I just read the intro, which was like his life story. This guy, I can't wait to talk to him on the live stream on Saturday. This guy was a professional rugby player, just like Dr. Anthony Chafee. I didn't know that. No, I don't think he was professional, but he was legit rugby player, which I can't imagine. That's like one of the most violent sports out there. And then he went to medical school. Obviously, he's a doctor. But I didn't know this. He was a major in the Air Force. He was in the Air Force. And when he was in the Air Force, he was in charge of babysitting nuclear warheads, like monitoring the system for 24-hour shifts, too, which I thought was really interesting. So when I talked to him about the 24-hour live stream, I'm like, dude, I can't complain too much. You're sitting there watching nuclear warheads for 24 hours. I could sit here and read some chat and ask some people some questions. But anyways, he did all of that. And then he became a surgeon, and he went off to Afghanistan for a couple of years and was like one of the only few surgeons there, just doing this crazy trauma surgery on people in Afghanistan. Did that for a couple of years. And then he went on the Joe Rogan Experience talking about carnivore, which he just kind of backed into. I think he's the one that came up with the term carnivore diet. I think I've heard him say that before. I think he was the first one doing it.
Yeah.
I know he was one of the first people that really got it out there. When he went on Joe Rogan, it just went nuts. And that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I wish we'd start getting like some celebrities or athletes or something to start talking about it, because I'm sure some of them have to be eating a meat-based diet. There's just no way they're not.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. The one that I know of is, Rob Lowe.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, if you Google him, let's do it right now. This is going to be fun. I was going to get some Chat GPT going.
I think I heard him on Family Guy.
I'm pretty sure Rob Lowe is, he doesn't age, and I'm pretty sure he's carnivore, but it's like you said, he doesn't announce it. I heard him on a podcast talking about it. He does one meal a day, and he's like, I do really low carb meat and fat, like Atkins. Mm-hmm. So he pretty much described it. Yeah, Rob Lowe was in The Outsiders. Here, I'll share my screen real quick. Here's Rob Lowe. You'll probably, when you see him, you'll probably like, oh, I know that guy.
Rob Lowe. Yeah, I think they were. Oh, yeah. They had him on Family Guy years ago. They were making fun of Rob Lowe.
He doesn't age. So it says right here, who knows with Google, but he credits his youthful appearance not to genes, but to a rigorous exercise routine and a low-carb, high-protein diet, as well as judicious skincare. How old is he? Did Rob Lowe? He's almost 60. Almost 60.
He doesn't look like it at all.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's pretty much carnivore, in my opinion.
None of the carnivores look like their age, honestly.
Right. Someone said Rob Lowe does Atkins. Yeah, he's sponsored by Atkins. But I think that's pretty much carnivore. You got Atkins, you got all the Atkins products, but I have a feeling Rob Lowe's not doing all those. But who knows? Maybe he is.
Maybe he is. I know I'm doing carnivore. I've never got into Atkins.
Yeah.
Jared did that, didn't he? From Subway?
Yeah. Yeah, there's been a couple where they put a big name on it.
That's the person I heard most about Atkins before he got locked away.
Yeah, Sharon Osbourne, I think is for Atkins too. Yeah,
they got to get Ozzy on that so he can last another 90 years.
Right. They did. I think I did Atkins years ago when it first came out. The problem with Atkins now that I don't like is all the Atkins products that are just processed garbage, and they say they're low carb, and I hate it too because people are really struggling and really trying to succeed, and then they see that they're like, oh, all I got to do is stay under 20 carbs a day. This says it's low carb, it's only 2 carbs, but it's filled with all of those sugar alcohols and all sorts of ingredients. It still give you inflammation, still give you problems, still probably spike your blood sugar.
Definitely.
But, the idea behind Atkins going low carb is definitely a good idea. Yeah, so, got my other favorite book.
Ooh, there you go.
JT gave me this one as a gift. Man, such good stuff in here. I got too much stuff to read at this point. I started on this one. I'm really getting into it, but then I'm like, I gotta prep some of this because we're having these guys on, especially him. So I've been fortunate enough to talk to Dr. Baker already on his channel. And so he's coming on the 24-hour live stream, and then a week later, one-on-one, he's coming on Homestead How on my channel to do an interview on my channel. But this guy too, I almost did a video with him, and then scheduling didn't work. So the first time I'm talking to him is going to be with you all on the 24-hour live stream. And I can't wait to talk to him because Lily had open heart surgery. Bill has questions about his heart. I have irregular heartbeat and low ejection fraction, all sorts of heart issues for years. So, plus, he's the only one so far I haven't put on the spot. I did that little video.
Yeah.
Where I'm like,
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but then he proceeds to put him on. I
proceeded to put every one of them on the spot. I didn't even know I was. I knew it like by the fourth one, but I didn't remember doing that. That was months apart. But I'm going to do that precise thing with Dr. Ovadia on the call. Hey, Dr. Ovadia, I don't want to put you on the spot, but we're doing this carnivore diet documentary. There's a whole section right here on my board for heart health. We got a bunch of awesome volunteers that Graham's been helping manage, JT, Stan, that are working on heart health. We need a doctor. Will you be that guy? I think he's going to be into it because when he emailed me earlier, he was kind of asking about, hey, what's going on with this documentary deal sort of thing. So
he was fishing, huh?
Yeah. Or maybe he'll be the first one that'll be like, nah, I'm good.
No, I doubt it. This is going to be such an impactful documentary. I think anybody you ask is going to be willing to help out because it's going to help a lot of people.
Yeah, I hope
a lot of the hopeless.
Yes. Yeah, that's the whole theme of it. That was the whole thing. I was trying to think where the whole hopeless thing came from, and it's from my co-host on the 24-hour live stream, Intentional Carnivore Sean. He was one of the first people I spoke to, and man, he fired me up. That guy's got to be a motivational speaker, but he described how I felt with using that word hopeless when he was stuck on his couch for years, just in the deepest depression. The fact that he overcame all of that weight loss is amazing, but that he did it while being that depressed and turned everything around is just amazing. But that was the word he used. He's like, I was hopeless.
So far, he's come up with the best name for the movie that I've heard so far. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Hope, 4 letters. I love it too.
It's so strong. It's so strong. And it's literally, it empowers, it literally like, we were on the stream and I asked Sean, I said, what would you call it? I said, why is Supersize Me so popular? Because that's like a term, in the fast food thing, and supersize me and getting bigger. It's like a double entendre. And he perfectly, that one word, hope, I was like, dude, that literally represents this cause so well, man.
Yeah. It's one of the best ones so far. And no offense to the other ones if you submitted one, because initially a lot of them were carnivore XYZ. Yeah. And then after more thought and talking to some of these documentary guys and doctors too, they're like, you don't want to put carnivore in the title, even though it's all about carnivore, because you're going to scare people away before they come through the front door. You got to ease them into it more.
Who doesn't want hope, Kerry? Who doesn't want hope? I don't care who you are. Hope is just that word. It's so awe-inspiring. It's so intriguing. It sparks curiosity. It sparks, to me, just that word sparks a flame. It does in me.
Yeah, I totally agree. My only little hesitation with it is there's other movies named it already. So like trademark, copyright, website, URL, domain name stuff. But then I'm like, it could be with a little modifier too. That's a possibility. Hope something. Yeah. So
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out for sure. Well, I'm not going to get into the details of it, but I've been holding out on one other possibility too, which is another reason I haven't quite figured it out yet. But yeah, let me see. What was this here?
I know we're getting a couple questions here and there. Someone says, Kerry, are you being censored on YouTube?
No, not that I know of. I haven't gotten any little what do they do? Sometimes they'll give you a little copyright, or not, that's a copyright strike. Sometimes they'll give you a little warning. I haven't noticed anything like that.
Yeah, no, me neither. I haven't had any sort of warning or anything. I thought I'd get a copyright strike for my video heading out to your place, jamming the music.
Oh, yeah.
I must have had 15 different copyright songs played in just that clip. And not one flag. I was like the most surprising thing I ever uploaded in my life that didn't get flagged.
Nice. Yeah, I'm always cautious with like music in the background, but yeah, sometimes it's just fine. It slips right through.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's all
got
done by computers, so.
right. Yeah, so carnivore diet movie. The link is on the bottom. Someone just left a comment earlier. They just submitted their video. I just want everyone to know if you want to participate in the documentary, the doors are not closed yet. We're still gathering people. We have a lot of people that have said they wanted to participate, and we actually have an awesome team of volunteers that are helping now because once this live stream is done, I got to start filming more of the documentary. We've already filmed Bill, which is amazing, but I have a lineup of people all over the country and North America I'm ready to go film. And I'm so thankful for JT and Alia and Adam and Graham and Stan and all these people helping behind the scenes. And then
If they
all
could
of these
just see the work,
volunteers.
Carrie, it's crazy the amount of work, the details and everything that we're putting into all of this.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like this 24-hour live stream, people are like, oh, you're getting a bunch of people gathered together. Okay, it's been like a full-time job for several people for like weeks now, going on to maybe 2 months. It's just crazy. Lots and lots of planning, lining up, getting all these folks on here. Hey, I got to show this quick because it's I can't. It's so humbling. I can't believe what's going on here. And I got to shout out my friend Adam. This is Carnivore Today. Actually, I got to put a little banner on the side. I'll do that in a second. This is carnivore-today.com. Everyone go visit carnivore-today.com. Our good friend Adam, who is a vital part of this whole operation. That's his YouTube channel and his website. I asked him if he could put the guest lineup on his website because his website's awesome. So you guys want to know what the guest lineup is, right? For the 24-hour live stream, you want to know now. You want to know the day of. Maybe you jump on at 11 o'clock. You're like, who's coming up? Well, it's all on Adam's website. It's carnivore-today.com/24-hour. And there's a link below in the description for that. The first thing I just want to do is look at this. Look at this thumbnail. Like, what is going on here? I can't. JT,
amazing.
Listen to this. Like 6 months ago, I didn't know any of these people. No disrespect. I just didn't know any of these people. I didn't know what carnivore was. Like, if you said carnivore, I'd be like, what? Is that like, like lions are carnivore? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I might have heard carnivore diet before, but I would have had to think about it.
I never heard it.
And I'm coming up September 16th, the 24-hour live stream is just a crazy date. 9/16 is exactly 6 months that I will be carnivore. It's Alia Wells' birthday, and it's precisely 1 year exactly to the day that we reopened the Montello movie theater. So it's like all these things on one day. But yeah, 6 months ago, I was just about to watch Dante from Frigno Freedom's video about carnivore diet and be like, this guy's crazy. And now I can't. It's so humbling. I'm so blessed, so fortunate, so thankful that I'm getting the opportunity to talk to all of these people and learn from all these people and bring them all together for everyone else. It's just crazy. I lost.
And it all starts with someone sharing their story, Dante, and then you did it, and then you shared your story, then I did it. Now I'm sharing people's stories. Like, dude, sharing stories is important because, Kerry, I say it all the time. I never heard of Dr. Barry. God bless him. I never heard of Chafee. I never heard of any of those guys. I only heard about them through you. So that's why I say it's important for people to tell their story, to tell their truth, because it doesn't matter what channel you're on, who you are, someone's going to hear about it from you and your story, and their life's going to be changed too, and then they're going to change more lives. But so God bless the doctors, but I had never heard of them. So I find so much value in us sharing our stories because it got me to where I'm at. You sharing yours. Lisa, yeah, I got her coming up on Chat with Carnivore. She's great.
Oh, nice. Dr. Wiedemann. So if you guys go to, and I'm going to follow up on what JT just said there because it's important, but if you go to carnivore-today.com/24-hour, it just scrolls down. It's the whole thing. We're still adding a couple pictures in. So we got Bill Knott, we got Kelly Hogan, Jonathan Griffiths, Russ Mitchell, Aaron Edwards, Kip Moore, Dr. Ovadia, Dr. Chafee, Alex Cannon, Ryan Murphy, man, it just goes on and on and on. So if you're coming in, I'm challenging all of you. You guys all watching this are carnivores. You can go the whole 24 hours. Let's do it. I'm doing it. Sean's doing it. Adam's insane. I told Adam, you can't do this because he just stayed for 24 hours when we did he stayed for 10 hours when we did the first one. He just told me today, Kerry, I don't care. I'm going run and gun. What did he say? Leave it all on the table. I don't remember what he said, but he said he's staying for the whole 24. So that's kind of crazy. But back to your point, and everyone, the link for this is below. And please go support Adam. Carnivore today. He's awesome. He's doing some great YouTube videos.
Adam was my first interview. He'll always be my first. I joke around. I love Adam. He's a great guy. He's really, and he's so talented, man. He's
oh my goodness.
He's a great photographer, guys. He's a compassionate carnivore. He's helping out with the documentary, the live stream. Like Adam is the man, and Alia too. Like Adam and Alia are just, everybody on the team is great, but man, Adam and Alia are they're just running laps all day. It's amazing.
No joke, like without those guys, without everyone, but like Adam was one of the first people. I told this before, I will say it again real quick. He emailed me, he's like, dude, if I have to come there and sweep the movie theater floors, I want to do anything I can to help progress the carnivore diet movie. Without Adam and Alia and all these people helping, I'm gonna do, if I have to do this by myself on my iPhone, I'm gonna do this if it takes me 12 years. It would probably take me years and years to do what we're putting together so much more quickly because of the 24-hour live stream, the this whole fundraising thing, this 24-hour live stream, by the way, it was all Alia's idea. I messaged the team earlier. I found her post where she said, hey guys, I was doing the dishes and I got this crazy idea. We should do a 24-hour live stream. She used to do fundraising. But my point is, without their help, I'm still doing this no matter what. It's going to take me years to do without all these people helping me. So I'm so thankful for everyone. And Adam, like you said, dude's an amazing photographer. I'm like, are you like a web programmer too? Because he's doing all this stuff on the back end, programming it. Like when these doctors have to schedule, he has this whole calendar system where they can schedule, they get an email, they get their private link, it sends them a reminder later, like all this stuff that it would have taken me forever to do it all. Anyway, shout out Carnivore today. Check him out. Back to your earlier point though, JT, you said, thank goodness for Dante for Frigno Freedom.
Sharing I couldn't agree
more. Let me show this man's site. He just broke 40,000 subscribers. There's no reason in the world that Dante shouldn't be at 100,000 subscribers. And
I'm shocked he's not, man. I've got about as much subscribers as him, and I'm nowhere near as inspirational. So you guys go subscribe. Like that's ridiculous.
Rigno Freedom. So what you said though, he's our first guest on the 24-hour live stream. And he's the first person that introduced me to carnivore. And I don't know if I would have done it without him, because it wasn't just like, oh, now I know carnivore. It's like, no, this crazy guy, Dante, did this for 2 years and changed his whole life. That documented example, that real person documented example is so important. That's what planted the seed in my head about doing the documentary and sharing more real documented examples. But I don't know if I ever would have started it without him. And now, if you think back to that thumbnail I just showed you, this 24-hour live stream, this carnivore diet documentary, it's very likely none of any of this would have happened had Dante not put that video up there and shared his story on YouTube. So I can't wait to talk to him on Saturday, because I'm like, I'm a big believer, like giving credit where due, but you don't want to be like flattering people just to kiss butt. And I'm not doing
you're not kissing butt. You're telling your truth, and there's no ass kissing in telling your truth, man. That's why I don't. You got to. My coach tells me you got to give back to where you got from, otherwise the getting will be done. So if someone gave you good info, man, you treat them good, because they could have gave you a bum steer and been like a bunch of other people, and gave you bad, And honestly, look at that, like. That should actually be, I know he doesn't have 100,000 subscribers, but that should really psych everybody up. Look at like he just said, like Kerry just said, the documentary might not be happening without Frigno. And look he doesn't even have 1 million subscribers. So that should just tell you the power of your voice, the power of your story. And it doesn't matter how many subscribers you do or don't have. Tell your story, because you never know what impact it can make on this entire planet.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. So I can't wait to talk to him though, and just say that to him, like, look what you did. Dante, look what you did. And show him that thumbnail with all the doctors on there. All of these people are coming together right now. and we're going to make this documentary, and I'm not going to stop until it reaches millions of people. And none of it would have happened, Dante, without you. And putting your, because if you look around too, there's a lot of people that have done it since. There's not a lot of people before him that really documented their journey that well. And it's like, why are you doing that? What are you getting out of it? Like, he was sharing his story, trying to help other people. He's such a good dude. And the thing that fires me up with him too is I watch his channel all the time still, and I got very little time anymore. Like, but I sleep less on carnivore. He's putting out amazing content. It's so good. And he's still working a full-time job. And I think he's getting close. I don't want to step on any toes, but I'm going to ask him on the thing. I'm like, what do we got to do to get Dante as a full-time YouTuber? Because that is his calling. He's so good at it, and he's inspiring so many people. And I hear it all the time because I'm like, I found Dante, and then I found Dr. Barry, and now I'm a carnivore for life. I've had a ton of people say the exact same thing. Kerry, I took that same path. Dante, Dr. Barry, carnivore for life. So
I like I said, you got to share your story, because I never heard about any of the doctors until you talked about them. So it just wasn't. I was in my own little bubble, and they weren't in that bubble.
Right
now, my bubble's been popped, and I've got a way bigger bubble now.
Yeah. Well, hey, you're killing it too. Let me see here. We got.
It says, you guys, he really wants to coach people more than anything. Who, Dante?
I heard him talking about that recently. Oh man, I would love to help him out with that. Like, big shout out on the 24-hour live stream if he wants to do it. Speaking of coaches, bottom of the screen, JT, Poko Moon Family. Everyone go check out JT's channel too. Such good stuff, man. Chatting with carnivores, you're killing it.
Yeah, well, that's like I said, man, the impact that these is being made when people just share their stories, like it hyped me up so much. I was like, dude, I got to start a series, man, where that's all we do, just share stories, and we come together and we support each other, and that's like my new life mission now, is just to keep rising. You said, what did you say?
A rising tide lifts all ships.
Rising tide lifts all ships. I'll remember one of these days.
Hey, yes, absolutely. Sorry, one sec.
Oh, I'm down to 164 today, Kerry.
What's that?
I'm down to 164 today.
Oh, nice, dude.
Never been that low as an adult in my life, dude.
That's crazy. You're gonna be in the 150s soon.
Yeah, I want to know what's gonna be my optimal weight. Like, I'm like, holy moly! I've had people tell me they're like probably 162, but I'm at 164 now, and I still got this big fat pack.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much. I'm probably gonna be in the 150s before when I lose my fat pack.
Let me prepare you though, my friend. No concerns. Well, maybe a little bit, but something crazy is gonna happen to you. So I'm not complaining. I mentioned this briefly the other day, but I'm almost at 6 months. I'm pretty much at my goal weight. I'm teetering right around the 160s. I think I was at 159 the other day. That's a little bit light probably for me, but I got skin. I got belly flab skin. That's going to be there for a while. I don't even care. But
Dr. Barry says to fast, and it starts to eat the skin. So, maybe cut back on those ribeyes.
Right. Yeah, but I was doing lion for a while, and I would eat one meal a day. That's your best bet, because then you go 23 hours of fasting, and you get in the autophagy, and the skin tightens up. But it takes a long time for the skin to tighten up. I'm not too worried about that. But my warning for you, JT, I didn't expect this, because for 5.5 months, it has been carnivore smooth sailing. I'm so blessed too. I know a lot of people have it harder. I know women have it harder. And my thing is, I was so messed up before this. And maybe my body type or my genes react better to it. I don't know. But for 5.5 months, it's been a breeze. The first couple of weeks are hard, like it is for everyone. You have the cravings. I got over that. It's been a breeze. Like, sometimes I forget to eat. I'll eat a steak. The last 2 weeks have not been a breeze. It sucked. It's been weird. It's been like, what is going on kind of thing. Starving, like so hungry and hangry, like a little bit moody and tired, which I haven't been in 5.5 months. My mood has been great, but I think it's just because I've been hungrier.
You're a hungry tiger, man.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? That whole time, the whole 5.5 months, I had a lot of excess body fat. Almost all of it's gone now. That was all my fuel. My body was burning that fat for fuel. When you're in ketosis, that's what ketosis is. You burn your fat. Well, now my body's like, where's the fat? And there's like, I still got some too, which is annoying, but it's like, it's my body's like, oh, we got to get it somewhere else now or something. The crazy thing is not just me. So my friend Sean from Intentional Carnivore, my friend Ryan Murphy from Against the Grain, and then Adam from Carnivore Today. All three of those guys are like, same thing. Like I got rid of that body fat, got down to kind of my goal weight, and now I'm just starving. And we're
I'm
all
eating
like,
more than I ever have now that I'm down in the 160s. I
yeah,
was talking to Kip about it last night. His theory is that even when you're bigger, you got more body fat, you're not gonna eat as much because your body's like, hey, I've got all this other stuff to munch on.
yes,
And then when you've lost all that fat, that you burnt all your firewood, and then it's like, dude, we need more wood. It's like, feed me more wood. Like you ain't
yep,
got none laying around, and that is something to keep in mind. But I look at it as like, hey, I just get to eat more
right.
good meat. So, but
I,
yeah, if you might get hangry.
yeah, and I'm getting better. So I talked to a couple people, and they're like, Sean was really good, Intentional Carnivore. He's like, dude, you got to up that fat too, because that was something I got a little lazy on. I just got this taste for sirloin the last couple of weeks. It was ribeye, nice fatty ribeye. Every now and then I'd have like a strip steak or sirloin with a little
The
bit of
fat
butter.
will satisfy you though, Kerry. That'll help you. If you're getting
Yeah.
too lean of meat, then you're probably gonna still be hungry.
JT, when you came over, I made you and Anna the ribeyes. All right.
I
They
ate
were
those
all
the next
right.
3 days.
Yep. You said they were great. I appreciate it. But my friend, 2 days ago, I did it again. They were next level. I did a video, and I don't know if I'm going to publish it because I was so obnoxious and so fired up when I ate that
That's
thing.
the best video to publish.
I was like banging on the refrigerator, and I was like, this is what it's all about. I was going nuts, and it was just sincere. Like, I was so fired up. The one I cooked you, I was talking and we were videoing, and it went over the temperature. So it was a little over what, and this one was,
I thought it was great though.
well, I appreciate it. But if you had this one, oh my goodness, it would ruin steaks for you. I made 4 of them, and I ate one right that day, and I had another one today. So, anyways, I'm getting back into the fat, and one of them just had way too much. I tried to eat all the fat, but when you get that rubbery fat, it's kind of gross sometimes. So here's my
Air
new
fry
move.
it.
I cut it. This one had a huge chunk of fat, and there's no way I could eat it all. I ate a lot of fat with it, but I cut it up into little chunks, put it in a little plastic baggie. That was yesterday. Today I had the second rib. I warmed it up. I put those little fat chunks in the air fryer with some salt. Ooh, crisp them up. One of the best things ever. You get a little tiny crispy fatty piece. I would take that and I put it with just a piece of ribeye, just the meat, and ate it. I felt amazing today. Energy's starting to get back up again. So I'm going to keep doing that leading
Probably
into the
the fat
24
intake
hour
then.
increase
I've
of
got a
fat
video
intake.
coming out tomorrow. I found a cute little local farm that sells some great beef, and I'm gonna be I already filmed it. I'm gonna be picking up my meat there regularly instead of like going to Piggly Wiggly and stuff. It's a Hickory Road farm in West Bend. I'll drop the video tomorrow and give them some promo. It's such a great place, and man, the ribeyes were great there. She's got everything: cow tongue. She's got the beef cheeks.
Oh, wow.
She's got everything there, honestly. She even did you know they take the beef tallow and whip it into moisturizer?
No, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
she's got it's whipped beef tallow, and then she's got non-scented or she's got lavender. So I picked up my wife some lavender,
Nice.
but it was just amazing. She's got soup bones, dog bones, smoked and raw. Like she had everything. I was like, this is awesome. So if you're in Wisconsin, check out the Hickory Road Farm if you're near West Bend. That'd be a great place. You might even run into me there when I'm picking up my meat.
Hey, I'll have to head out there sometime because I have an aunt that lives near West Bend, and yeah, she's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Carissa and Brian, they run the Hickory Road Farm. Great people.
Cool. Hey, so everyone check out JT's channel. I got it on the bottom, but I've since added it in the description, so you can just click on it. Poko Moonshine family, go check it out for sure.
Appreciate it, bud.
And then yeah, Adam at Carnivore Today. Gotta give some love to
Alia.
him too. Alia Wells, check out
Give her
Alia
some early birthday love. Happy birthday, Alia.
Let's see. I know I got her in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. 24-hour live stream. Boom. Alia Wells 955 on YouTube. This whole 24-hour live stream was her idea. And I'm like, again, not flattering. This is giving credit where credit is due. it could have taken a couple more years to get this documentary done without the funding for this. I'm
Oh, I
so
was gonna say, I was talking to Kip. We should get him running that 5K.
yeah,
In the doc, to show somebody totally just changing their life and accepting ideas they never thought they would accept in their mind, like running a 5K when he's
right.
ready. He says he's not ready yet, so he don't
Dude
show up
is
with the camera
killing
tomorrow.
it.
But I said, when you're ready, hopefully we can get it in there.
If you
Hopefully.
guys aren't watching Carnivore Kip, KIPP, go check him out too. I watch way too much YouTube, but I watched almost every one of his videos.
That's all I
Yesterday he
watch
was
is
on the
YouTube.
exercise bike. It was raining out or something. He's so inspirational. Dropped, what is he, down over 100 pounds now?
Yeah, he's doing great, man. And he doesn't even look like the weight he told me he weighed. I was like, wow, dude, you look great. And
Yeah.
Kip he's an awesome guy. We both got a kid around the same age, about a year and a half. So it was fun to finally get to talk to Kip, and he's looking forward to seeing you, Kerry.
Yeah. I this is the thing that's driving me nuts is it's like, I wish I could have got more. Well, he's still got weight to lose and he's still killing it. But got him at the beginning, like I was able to get Bill. But I'm gonna head down there at some point. That's the plan after the 24-hour live stream. JT, this is the thing I hate the most in the world. Money and talking about money and raising money. The carnivore diet documentary is not gonna happen without the money.
It's necessary though. It's money's not evil. It helps me feed my son, and we put it in the offering thing at church. Like, money is not bad, man. So it's just energy.
Yeah, well, the thing that annoys me with it is I really feel like all of my issues and hopelessness and where I got with depression, anxiety, and obesity and all of that was just from greed and business run amok. And I'm not against business. I'm in my own business right here. But I got to get over it. I hate it every single time asking for money for this thing. But like I said before, I literally am not taking a penny of this money. It's all going into the doc.
I'll ask for you guys. If you guys are willing to give us your credit cards, hand them over, because that's how we're going to get this documentary made. So if Kerry's nervous to ask, I'm not nervous. My coach taught me willingly ask and graciously receive. There's so many people just willing to help out.
Right.
And that's what they should do.
Well, so many people have already, and I really appreciate it.
Yep.
And the thing that I'm excited about is I'm really hoping this 24-hour live stream, we can be done talking about the money, and this will raise the necessary funds we need to complete it. It's a lot of money to do a documentary to the quality needed in order to get it on one of these big streaming services, especially all of these doctors. All of them have agreed. Dr. Berry, Dr. Baker, Dr. Chafee, Dr. Kiltz, Dr. Hampton, Dr. Ovadia will hopefully agree. We're going to have to go film them, and I can't just go with a little run and gun YouTube video. I'm going to have a crew, and I'm going to have a sound guy. It's going to have to be quick. I'm going to have limited time. So that's what this whole 24-hour live stream is. Let's fund the rest of this thing and be done talking about it. As soon as this thing is done, regardless of if we don't raise all the funds or not, I'm out shooting and filming and proceeding with the documentary. We've already filmed Bill. I got another announcement on the 24-hour live stream. I can't wait about a place I'm going to be filming next. But then beyond that, you mentioned him, Carnivore Kip, like down south, there's so many people. Sean from Intentional Carnivore, a lot of people that have already documented it. That like Sean, people might be like, why are you going to film Sean? He's not just starting on Carnivore. Well, he documented his journey, and it's so inspirational. Dante is down in Florida. There's a guy, Russell, in Georgia. There's the Sightless Carnivores in Texas. Mm-hmm. There's like, so I'm just looking, I'm like, man, boom, 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 boom. It's going to be like a cross-country trip, filming and documenting real examples like Dante did. And I can't wait to just get out there and start filming this thing. I can't wait to share the footage I already got with Bill too, because my goodness, we almost have a documentary with Bill's story alone.
No, you've got what looks to be like the start of a grand slam with Bill's part. Honestly, yeah. you started to from what you sneak peek me, holy moly, they're not even ready. There's going to be so many, hopefully you guys bring some Kleenex, because it's sad, but you're also going to cry because there's so much damn hope packed into this thing. Because people do cry too when they're happy and they, you're feeling good and the spirit hits you.
Yep. That's one of the best things with all of this. Obviously, I lost a bunch of weight. My whole life is a million times better 6 months on carnivore. But before carnivore, Jen was even saying that. She was like, you know what? You really didn't even have like any friends or anything before this. It was just because I didn't have time for any of that. Bill is like my best friend for life. You, JT, are my best friend. I keep calling like I'm in middle school. Oh, you're my BFF. You're my BFF. But it's true. Like I've made so many friends with so many people, genuine friendships.
Yeah.
I talk to you every day. I talk to Bill every day. I was just at Target. I gotta get it. I don't know if you can see it. A little air fryer back there.
Ah, yeah, there you go.
I had to get an air fryer for the 24-hour live stream because I gotta eat here, especially with the issues I was telling you about before. I'm just starving all the time. So I called my buddy Bill up. Actually, I texted him. I'm like, I know he has the Ninja air fryer, but I wanted to get the exact make and model and brand that he has because his had a heating element on the top, and it just crisps up those ribeyes perfectly. I got a air fryer at home, and it doesn't do that.
Tell Bill to put that on it, like his Amazon affiliate, and then throw the link in the description. He can make a bunch of money selling that goddamn air fryer, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think he's doing that. I don't know. I got to check with him. I know he got on the affiliate program. Rod was helping him out with that. So I hope he does because he loves the air fryer. He was swearing by it. And if you look at the steaks he's outputting with that thing, they look amazing.
If he's not in the affiliate, he should at least set up like an Amazon wish list.
Right.
Of stuff that would help him out on his journey. And I'm sure somebody would love to gift it to him. So that's another idea, Bill, if you're watching.
JT, look at.
We're doing it, man.
23 more hours, man. We're almost there.
I stay up till 2 a.m. every night now. And then I'm up back at like 8 a.m. So I don't even know how many hours what is that? Like 6 hours? Not even?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has your sleep window gone like this?
You know, before I could sleep 10 to 12 hours and still feel like crap because my lungs were stopping and I was snoring and it was a bad 10, 12 hours. Now I get a good 6 and I feel bad for someone who's got to sleep 12 hours because you just wasted 6 hours in the day.
I bet you your 6 will go down even more. Just watch. Mine keeps
going
down. I'm like, enough. I want to relax. But I wake up and I'm wide awake. So I don't know.
Too.
There's nothing I can do. You wake up and you're like fully energized from 0 to 100%. I'm like, there's no way I'm going back to bed. Let's go get something done. Let's go get it. Let's go work. And
yeah, I'm editing. I'm doing thumbnails, and then at 12 a.m. every night, man, I fire up Jasco and I see what buildings he in. Watch the doors fly open and shut. Like I love it.
Nice. Hey, we got a super chat. Super sticker from Carnivore-friendly Rex. Carnivore-friendly Rex.
That's a cool name.
Thank you so much. Again, every penny going to the doc. We really appreciate it. We got some exciting things when the documentary for the 24-hour live stream. We're going to be having these. A gentleman made this for me. Hopefully you can see that okay.
I remember that at your house.
Carnivore. And then it's got my name on the side of it right there. They're engraved and they're metal. And he's given us a special price on these. And we've got compassionate carnivore ones and some other ones. So during the live stream, if people want to not just donate, but they want to get something, they can buy one of these, and a big chunk of it will go towards the documentary. So that's pretty cool.
I've got an extra brand new hat, man. If you want to get a hat like this, I'll offer one of those, man, and ship it out to whoever it goes to on my own, my own efforts. So if you guys want, I'll put that in there. If you guys want one of these, you can walk around and look goofy like me, man.
Right. Awesome. Hey, if anyone has questions, I haven't been paying attention. I always fall behind on here. Put a big Q in the side, but yeah, this was just going to be kind of random. Man, we got 220 people on. I didn't know what would happen. When did we start this at like 5:20? I went for a random time as well. Like, let's just shoot for 5:20.
Yeah, you guys start smashing the like button. We're going to start doing like goals, on all these live streams. Like we should be at least hitting 1,000 likes, 500 likes, man. That's just so simple. Like if we've got 200 people watching, there should be at least 200 likes. That's a free thing to do, is just tap that like button. And then, like I always say, people are like, the algorithm. We're the algorithm. Like the computer sees, YouTube sees when we hit a like button, when we hit a share button, when we comment, all that, when we subscribe, they see all that. So it's free. Just tap it.
Hey, I got to share this Chat GPT thing. This thing is just crazy. So if you guys watched our how to YouTube video, I talked about how important Chat GPT is. If you guys haven't used this yet, it's just nuts, but it's kind of fun too. And since this was a random live stream, I figured we'd have some fun. So let's see.
I did meat themed amusement park rides on it, and it gave me a bunch of them, like the pulled pork plunge, the T-bone twister.
Oh, nice.
There was so many cool. I wrote them down for kids. What was one of the other ones? Here, I got it right here. Oh, the ribeye rush and the hamburger hurler. It's like meat themed. I'm telling you, Chat GPT is wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, you could just put anything, and like I said, give me a joke, and then you could say, give me 5 more.
Give me 5 carnivore jokes.
Carnivore diet jokes. Why did the carnivore get kicked out of the grocery store? Because he kept meeting around. What's
Nice
a
try,
carnivore's
computer.
favorite musical? Meat Side Story. What did the
All right,
carnivore?
West Side Story. I get that one. That one's funny.
Why did the carnivore bring a ladder to the restaurant? To get to the top of the food chain. That's kind of funny.
Oh, come on. That's cheesy.
Why did the carnivore say to the plate of vegetables, "You're just a side dish in my life"? How many carnivores does it take to change a light bulb? None. They prefer to eat their meat in the dark. All right, those weren't that great, but it's still kind of fun.
It's still a computer, man. The human brain will
Right.
never be outmatched by a computer. I don't care what computer it is. Any supercomputer, like the electrical system in your body, will make any supercomputer's electrical system look like an absolute toy. Remember that, guys.
Right.
Well, we got people.
I have used this Chat GPT though to help with YouTube video ideas.
Yes.
Sometimes it's pretty good on there, so I just asked it now just for fun. Give me some carnivore YouTube video ideas. Hey, that's pretty good right there. Carnivore Diet 101, the basics explained. That's literally like one of the most popular videos ever. I think Dr. Chafee did one and Dr. Berry. Science behind carnivore, carnivore diet myths and facts. 1 month on carnivore, my experience. Yeah, that was my biggest video I ever did, was my 30-day update.
That's where you saw my video.
Yeah. Carnivore diet, what I eat in a day. Those ones are always so popular. I don't know why, because for me, it's just like ribeye, eggs, power bowl, ribeye.
Well, they want to see you doing it, though. See you're actually doing it instead of just talking. You know, like in this book I just read, it says talk is cheap, man. Solomon, you know, you got to back that up.
Right.
Robin, yeah, pick up the hat if you want. We're getting a couple questions here.
Yeah, let me jump back. Stop messing around on this Chat GPT. All right, we'll take some questions here if you guys have any.
How do I get a cool bucket hat like JT? Well, if you want one right now, you can always go on my eBay store and pick one up.
Nice. Laura asked, what email do we send our 5-minute videos on carnivore for you to use in your 24-hour live stream? That email is homesteadhow@gmail.com. And right now we have 21 of these. Please try to keep it under 5 minutes. If you did one like 2 or 3 minutes and it was still good and inspirational, I'll probably show it multiple times. But
I did 2 minutes. Me and my wife did 2 minutes, guys. I honestly
believe
2 minutes is. We had 2 people give thorough information, introduce ourselves, asked to be subscribed, and even asked people to like the stream and all this other extra stuff, and we fit it all in 2 minutes. So it's. I would suggest what I did is I just pre-wrote out what I wanted to say, and I wrote it out maybe like 3-4 times because I kept having to change it. But put some effort into what you're doing because you'll get a better result out of it. Diligence. That's what I've been learning from King Solomon. Diligence.
yeah, diligence. Nice.
I'm reading it, but I'm trying to make it pay off for you, buddy.
Nice. Primal Mike, hey family. Mike is part of the carnivore family for sure.
How's it going, Mike?
And Mike shared his video as well, and it was wonderful. I'm tempted, Mike, if you're still on here right now, what if we show it right now and then on the 24-hour live stream as well? Let me know in the comments, Mike, if that's cool with you or not, because I was going to show a couple of these. They're all going in the 24-hour live stream. Even if I show them now, I will also show them then. And I told people, and this is the truth, if we run out of time, because we have, it's just crazy to think it's 24 hours, it is packed. It's a packed schedule. If I run out of time and don't show these, I'm going to stay on hour 25, 26, 27, and I'm going to show every single one of them. I'll be sitting here like this, snoring and half asleep, but I'm going to show every single one, and we're linking to each of you in the description. In fact, in the description of this video right now, I'm already linking to you just in case I decide to show one of yours. So I think I got 21 links in the description right now. So thank you,
Smash the like button, guys. Smash it.
Oh, Mama Poppin said, how awesome to talk about the carnivore books. Yes, there's so many good ones. But Mama Poppins, this is the one JT and I were talking about. If anyone wants,
it fits with carnivore, because it's good for your mind, and that helps. I don't care who you are. It's good for your mind. It's good for your diet too.
That's why I love JT and why JT's channel and your motivational videos and all that stuff. It's just gonna blow up. It is so needed. Carnivore, like you think about carnivore, right? You're physically eating something. No, it's all mental. All of it is mental. And JT talks about that so well with your coach. You're like guru, a Bob Proctor guru. Like, you've absorbed all of that information, and that's some of the most important things. I say it all the time, like a broken record. My girls are so sick of hearing it, but your life is a result of the decisions you make. You make better decisions if you have wisdom and you use your brain. This book, it's called The Richest Man Who Ever Lived, and that might put some people off, like, oh, it's like how to get rich. It's nothing about getting
it's
rich.
about your mind. It's got nothing to do with money, guys. Most of the books that actually got money, like, or talk about money or riches or wealth or something on them, most of those books actually, like another book, Think and Grow Rich, it has nothing to do with money. It's all about your mind. But if people, man, I'm telling you, that's why they say to don't judge the book by its cover. Y'all heard that, man. Open the book before you judge what you think you know what it's about, you know? It's
one of the things.
This book is actually to help you understand the Bible better. It's about Proverbs. So not about money. It's about the Bible, guys. You got to really open your mind and not judge a book by its cover.
This book got me hooked on Proverbs too. When I go to church now, it's the first thing I do is I pop open the Bible. I go right to Proverbs. There's so much wisdom in there, but this goes through all of the different Proverbs. But a couple things in here that I love. I mentioned this on a video before. It says this in the Bible. A lot of you have probably heard this, but it says something like, if you can increase your wisdom just a tiny, tiny bit, that is more valuable than all of the gold and silver and rubies in the world. That is so true. Everyone is obsessed with money and making more money. And I don't want to win the lottery. People say I'm BS. That first 30-day update video I did, I said, if I never knew about
then I could
carnivore,
make this carnivore documentary 1, part 2, part 3. We'd do like Toy Story 7 up in here. This carnivore diet movie 7. If I hit the lottery, I know what I'm doing with it, man.
Right. Well, I told people on the first one, I was like, if I had a lottery ticket for $1 billion, but that meant I never knew about carnivore, I would rip it up.
Yeah, then I would too. Yeah.
Everyone called me a liar, and I'm like, you just don't get it yet then, because if I had that $1 billion, but I was feeling like I was before, miserable, depressed, brain fog, barely living, why would I want to do that? But it's not just that. It's the other thing people don't realize is you get that lottery ticket for $1 billion, you've traded something for it. You've traded your purpose. Now, you may think, oh, I'll still have a purpose, and I'll do this, and I'll do that, and I'll do this. Maybe you will, but 99% of the people don't.
Yeah, that's true.
They get bored, and then they start buying Ferraris, and then they get bored.
It talks about that in here, guys. It talks about winning the lottery in here. I just got to that part today.
Yeah. So it talks about that, which is cool. The other thing I love in this is one thing that's helped me immensely throughout my life is it talks about the importance of effective partnerships. And some of the most successful people on this planet, a lot of people think, oh, they're like, they did it solo, but almost every one of the most successful people on the planet, they did it because they sought out wisdom from other smarter people that have already done what they're trying to do. That has really helped me. I first read this book, I don't even know, man. It had to be 10 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. I'm trying to think when this thing even came out. It was at least 10 years ago, the first time I read this, but I
absolutely love the book. And we did get a super chat here.
Oh, nice. Let me see. Super chat. Oh, we got a couple. Rhonda Townsend.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. Really appreciate it.
God bless you.
D Wolf, $20 super sticker. Thank you so much.
D Wolf. Oh.
Thank you so much. And then we have a new member, No Insanity.
Hey, Renee. She's awesome.
Members, appreciate you all. If you guys don't know about the members, you can join below any video. There's a little join button. Just like everything else, I don't want the money. I don't take a penny of that money. Every penny goes to the carnivore diet documentary. The end of the month, YouTube takes their cut. I get mine. It all goes to the documentary. We've got a big spreadsheet. So the members are really helping out because it's repeating month after month. So it's like, okay, we got this lined up. But if you're a member, just real quick, you leave a comment on my video and you're a member, I know it. I read your comments first. If you come on the live stream, I read that first. And I do a couple times a week. I'm almost got it down daily. If you're a member, I do members only posts. Behind the scenes, what's going on with the documentary, what I ate today, special invites. We've done special invites to live streams. I'm going to start doing videos for members only too. Hey,
I just did that. My last part of my series, Going to Visit You, part 5, is a members only video. So if people want to see how it ends, they gotta be a member.
Nice. Hey, we got Intentional Carnivore jumping on here. I'm gonna add him in.
Let's go,
Sean.
What's up? What's up,
my dude?
You getting that workout on?
Yeah, man, I'm like right in. Like I just finished up, just got out the shower. That's why it looks like I'm walking around because I got you on speed dial.
Man, usually when people look down, the double chin comes out, man. But yours is non-existent, man. You're looking good even from this angle.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I know I'm not set up as normal, but I was gonna jump in and see what's up. How y'all doing?
Doing
Doing good,
great.
man. We were just talking about you, man, and spreading all this hope.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what I'm talking about. I mean,
I was,
that's what it's all about, man. Right?
It is. It is.
yeah. I was
We
saying, Sean, like this whole carnivore diet documentary, you were one of the first people I spoke to, and you got me so fired up. But the word that you used was how hopeless you were, and that resonated with me so much. And then the fact that you were sharing your documented example, and I saw Dante's documented example, and that's what birthed the documentary idea. Is we got to share documented examples so we can reach the hopeless. There's so many other hopeless people out there, like Sean and Bill, and like I was at one time.
I was too, man. I laid in the tub day after day and just watched my son and my wife play and stuff, and it just tore me up, man. And I literally laid in the tub with my phone and clicked on your channel and was watching your carnivore videos. No joke. While I felt like crap. So it's important for people to share their stories. Right, Sean?
And that yeah, absolutely. And the major thing is a lot of people don't realize how bad a lot of people know how bad they're living. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know, a lot of people realize it, but a lot of people have just accepted the fact that this is life and this is how it is and there's no way to change it. But the biggest clear cut message, if I could give one away today, it would be this. There is hope. You don't have to stay the way that you are. You know, you may not see the way out, but there is a way out, and that's what this is all about. You know, showing you something that it's so obvious, it's so easy, but yet it's just not known by so many people, and that's where the hook is, man. Because your life a year from now could be so radically different and that you don't even recognize it at all. And the reason why I can say that with complete confidence is because I'm living it right now. There's nothing special about Shaun White in and of that something happened to me that can't happen to you. Right. It may not happen at the same rate. It may not happen at the same speed, whatever. But the point is there are thousands and thousands of people who are eating this way, who are, you know, getting strength from God's giving them strength, and they are pushing through. They're changing their lives. If you don't believe me, just hang around for a little while, and I promise you, you're going to get testimony after testimony because we're going to get them all.
Yes. On that note, Sean, it's been crazy. So I did this thing the other day. I was like, the live stream is so packed, the 24-hour live stream. Hey, Sean, does that stress you out at all, by the way?
No.
23 more. JT and I were like, we're going to do this right now. We're going to do a trial run, 23 hours.
Hopefully he's up.
Or not?
Can his phone battery last 23 hours? You got to plug that thing in, Sean.
I'm an overcomer, dude. I find solutions. I don't find excuses anymore. I find a charger. Look, there's so many people looking for excuses and using excuses, brother. I learned last year during the process of changing my life. Look for solutions, not excuses.
Right.
Yeah, look for a way, and then the path will be shown to you. It really will, man.
100%.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, man. I was literally laying in the tub looking for a way, and one other quick thing, my coach would say, we have what we need to get what we wanted. That always drove me nuts, but when I finally figured it out, it was meat. Like you said, it was so simple, and like meat was here before I even was about, you know, like, and it's going to be here after me, and it's such a simple, like, we had what we needed the whole time to get what we wanted, which was our health back. It's wild.
Absolutely. And the thing is, I read the other day, it said we don't need to experience new things. We need to experience the things we have in new ways. And I was like, man, that hit me, because I was like, look, so many people, like, I was talking to a young lady last night who's in the process of changing her life, and she showed a picture of what she used to look like. And then she showed a picture of what she looks like now, and she said, "Yuck! I don't even reckon. I don't feel like that person. I feel like the person I used to be." And I was like, "Look, you're the same person. It's just that your perspective. You can't see how valuable you are right now because you lost sight of it, and you're putting in work right now to understand the value that you are valuable, like you are in the condition that you are, and you're so valuable that now you're going to go out here and you're going to put the work in, you're going to put the right nutrients into your body, you're going to make the right choices, take responsibility, and absolutely transform your life, because you can do it.
Sean, I wrote something down for you the other day. I was listening to my coach and he said something. And I was like, dude, I got to write this down for Sean. Listen to this. It says, wake up and experience the day as if it were your first day ever, but also as if it was your last day.
Yeah,
so I think that's how we should do the carnivore diet. Start living like you got nothing to lose. You know, live like it's your first day. Experience a new feeling of feeling better, but also live like it's your last day. No regrets, man. Love yourself, you know?
100%, because in all honesty, this could be our last day.
Exactly.
That's the real perspective. We're not promised tomorrow. You know,
yeah, I could fall down the steps today and never talk to you guys again.
Absolutely. You know, in the scripture says, take no thought for tomorrow, what you'll eat or what you'll drink. You know, your heavenly Father knows what you have need of, right?
Mm.
So, you know, we live today because today is all we have. We're not promised to wake up tomorrow. Anything could happen. And so we have to take advantage of the moment. We have to live in the moment. We have to make the right choices in tomorrow, and we can't change the past. The only thing we can have effect over and do anything about is right here, right now. And it's our responsibility to take responsibility for that.
Yep. Yesterday's a dream and tomorrow's not guaranteed. All we got is right now. It's like my coach would use the sand hourglass, you know, where the sand pours through the hourglass. And he said, the top part and the bottom part is none of your concern. It's just that middle slight part where the sand is coming through the now, like you said, right now.
Yep.
And if we take action right now in our carnivore diet, man, we're not going nowhere. You gotta, if you're thinking about doing carnivore, do it, man. Do it today. Start today. Grab whatever meat you got and bologna, anything you got, and just tear it up, man. Start, because that's all you got is today. You might not be here tomorrow.
I used to tell everybody, live in the dash. And what I mean by that is the dash. Like whenever you die and you're buried, they put the day you were born on there, and they put the day that you die and the dash in between those two numbers. I was like, live in the dash.
Sean, I like that one.
Nice.
We got some more super chats, Kerry? Thought I saw one.
No, we got a new member. D Medler9, new member. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
It's hard to keep up, man. So many days. Oh, I thought I saw Bill in there. Where's Bill?
Yeah, I think Bill was in there.
Yeah, Bill. He says, hey, Kerry, JT, Sean, hey, Bill, how you doing, buddy? Love
Bill,
you, man.
Check it out. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but I got my Bill Ninja air fryer back there ready to go for the 24-hour live stream. Going to cook up some steaks live on here. I gotta eat during the live stream. So,
you know, Bill said on the last live stream, and it stuck out to me. He said, well, why would someone want to follow a wreck like me? Man, we're all a wreck, honestly, and we're doing this together. We're unwrecking ourselves, you know, like undoing all the damage we've done to ourselves together. So, to me, it's almost more inspiring to see someone going through the unwrecking progress, you know, like us. Nothing wrong with Chafee, but Chafee's, man, he's already got the body. To me, it's a little less. I can't relate as much to Chafee because I don't have that type of body, but I feel like I can relate more to Bill because he is a wreck. You know, he was a wreck and he's unwrecking like me. Like I was such a wreck. Bill, nobody could have been losing worse than me, man. I didn't even have to be that weight for you. Like I was drinking, smoking. I just did not love myself. So wrecks come in all shapes and sizes, man. You can even wreck a Mini Cooper, Bill. So I just want to put that out there. Love you, Bill.
Yeah. Well, I think honestly, you know, it's different things. Like Chafee, man, his mind is brilliant. He's leading the way with his mind. He's one of the smartest men in this space. And like, you know, he's setting the standard and letting us know, you know, how, you know, the way to go, you know, because we need people like him. We need people like Barry, like Kiltz, like Zaldivar, like Hampton, like, you know, all those doctors who have put time, effort, and lived a lifestyle, you know, giving us the science for why it works. And at the same time, man, like, yeah, exactly. You're showing, you are living. Bill will be an example. He puts the work in over time to be able to show it on screen, you know, basically so people can see it happen before their eyes. And that's a testimony as well. Just like my story, my story, I didn't have a YouTube at the time. I was putting work in, in Facebook, and there's a lot of people that follow me today that could testify to the account of my story because I was doing it that way and putting in work.
I saw
But
the photo, man. I can't even recognize you now. That's like a total different dude, man.
Oh yeah, it's very dramatic. But everything is vitally important, and everybody has their own. You can take a little bit from here and a little bit from there. We can learn something from everybody, and that's the thing. You can learn what to do, and you can learn what not to do, and that's important. The main thing is that we remember that so many outside forces are trying to divide us in every way possible, by race, by gender, by class, by
politics, everything.
socioeconomic standards, every way imaginable. People who don't want to see us succeed, don't want to see us do better, are going to try to divide us. But we are absolutely stronger together. So we got to remember that. Stay focused and stay on mission. This is a problem that affects everybody, no matter your race, your socioeconomic status, your class. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what country you live in, what part of the world, whatever. It affects people everywhere, and everybody needs to know about it, and we're not going to stop till they do.
Carnivore Diet movie is going to do it, right, Kerry? It's going to help us bring us all together even stronger than we are now. Right,
absolutely. Kerry? Yeah. Hey, speaking of that, I got to share this. Bill's got a new video up now. You guys got to go check this out.
Love Bill, dude.
I can't believe, Bill, day 50. How fast, Bill, did that go?
He said Operation Unwreck is a go. Repeat, Operation Unwreck is a go. Over. Nice. Bill, let's go, dude. Yes, man. We want unwrecking. We're all unwrecking ourselves, man. We've all done a lot of damage, man.
Bill, we gotta line up some pictures from day 1, day 10, day 20, day 50. Because your face, I can see it, man. You're looking.
He is a lot thinner now, man.
Yeah.
Look at his shirt. Look how baggy it's getting.
I got to get him. I meant to bring a Compassionate Carnivore shirt up there, and I messed that up. But
Bill, you're starting to swim in that shirt, man. You're about to go down a shirt size. I can see it, man. That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, so after this video, I'm jumping on and watching that one for sure.
Absolutely. After this video, I got to do Chatting with Carnivores. Then I'll jump on Bill.
Bill Knott, N-O-T-T. Everyone go subscribe. Give him some love.
How's Daisy, Bill? Put in the chat. How's Daisy? Shout out to Daisy, guys. It's his buddy. It's his best friend.
Daisy is living the life. That was so cool when Emma and I got to visit him because I didn't know this when I went there. Daisy's got its own cat door, and then Daisy's got there's shelving all around the whole perimeter of the room. Daisy's living the life. Daisy goes outside, sits in the sun. Daisy does what Daisy wants. It's pretty cool.
Daisy's gonna have a vlog pretty soon.
That's what series. I told Bill. I was like, I know Joe Rogan's got Instagram for his dog. You could get one for Daisy. He's famous enough.
You call it Bill. You can call it a day with Daisy, and just keep putting out these little cat vlogs. Oh, there you go. You ordered some shirts. Nice.
I ordered a couple $100 of shirts and sweatpants that are 2 sizes too small for the next few months. Nice.
Let's go. See, now that's faith, man. He knows he's gonna be there. I had some stuff too. And just be careful, though. Try it before you think, because I waited too long, and the stuff that I bought was smaller. I was even a size smaller than that then, so I had to go from – because I bought larges. I bought a bunch of large clothes, and I actually went from an XL to a medium really quick. So all my larges, so, Bill, try it sooner than you think, man, because you might even not fit it.
Yeah, right. I made that mistake too. I think around day 50, I was like, oh, yeah, I got to get some new pants.
Well, it fit me. I shouldn't say not fit it. You just might look like you're swimming in your clothes, and you might have thought, because the weight comes quick, man, when it starts going.
Right.
It does. 100%.
Shout out Carnivore Kip, too. Bill and Kip were talking. Kip, you are killing it, my friend. I'm really enjoying. I don't have hardly any time anymore, but I try to catch all the YouTube videos. I saw Kip yesterday riding the exercise bike and just going for it. Just go get it. He's going.
Yeah, he dropped that 10 minutes before he came on Chatting with Carnivores. I was like, you guys, that's dedication, man. He's moving the bike back and forth, doing his thumbnail, uploading it, editing it, and then jumping on Chat with Carnivores. Like, man, Kip's the dude, man.
Yeah, I can't see that's the only thing I hate about being on my phone. I can't see the chat. I don't know who all's in here, so
Nourishment Redacted is in here. Carnivore Rex. You ever hear that name? I love it.
Yeah. It's good to see everybody though, and I'm glad everybody made it.
Twin Maples is in here. Carnivore Homestead. B Dog. Shout out to B Dog.
Yeah, JT, let me know if you see any questions. I'm scrolling. There's a lot in here. I appreciate it for sure.
We're scrolling.
So,
Hey, there you
Sean,
go.
so one thing I've been doing, the
Here's a super
24-hour
chat.
live stream is just packed. Let me just show this again real quick. I showed this before. Carnivore-today.com. My good friend Adam, he created this thumbnail, which is so humbling looking. This is just crazy. Like Sean was saying before, what can happen in 1 year? What can happen in 6 months? 6 months, my whole life has changed. I didn't know any of these people. I didn't even know what carnivore was. And on Saturday, every one of these people are going to be talking to us. I'm so blessed and fortunate. It's just crazy.
God is good, man.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
But Adam put together this website, carnivore-today.com, and he's got the whole schedule on it. So our first guest is Dante. So you guys can go there. You can scroll through and see.
Look how cool that looks. And he's not even done with the photos, man. It already looks awesome.
Yeah, he's still loading it up. But, man, that thumbnail, it's humbling looking at that thing. I can't believe it. But we have a full schedule for 24 hours. But it's important to me that we get the individual examples in there. And we have a lot of them already. These aren't just all doctors. There are some doctors. But I reached out to people, and the other day I got Hanging with the Browns. I think they're in the chat now, too. I'm trying to find them. Hanging with the Browns. I talked to them, and those guys are awesome. Killing it on carnivore.
I've seen a couple of their things. I've been meaning to try to reach out to them too. They was cutting up and having fun. I enjoyed watching their channel too.
They are the best. And you know the crazy thing, Sean, when you hear Frederick, his story, well, both of their stories amazing, but Frederick's really resonated with me
He had
because
the walker, man.
he was on a walker, like walking around in the background, and he had the same thing. Like you had gout, I had gout. I thought it was gout, it wasn't. And his stuff cleared up so quick, just a complete reversal. He's so fired up. I just watched another one of their videos today because that's all I do is watch carnivore videos. He bought this huge ribeye roast, a big one from Sam's Club, was cutting it up into steaks. Anyways, I'm rambling now. They sent me a video, a little testimonial. It was like a couple of minutes. I said, try to get it around 5 minutes. Your carnivore testimonial. We'll pre-record it. I will play it on the 24-hour live stream. And then I played theirs. I said, anyone else want to share their story? It's got to be 5 minutes or less, preferably 3 minutes. And we've got 22 of them right now. And people in the chat are asking. So I'm going to pepper those in throughout the event. And if we run out of time, I'm going to stay for hour 25, 26, 27. If you send me a testimonial video of your individual carnivore story, I will play it and I will link to you in the description, and I won't stop. Jen might have to take over for me if I pass out around hour 27 or something, but your video will get played. So
yeah, I just want to say too, it's real important. If you guys, everybody, like, even if you can't watch the whole stream all day, you could have a device like a cool like laptop on the side that's on and open and just keeps the stream open all day. That would be cool too. So even if like that way you come back in the room and it's still on, like try to keep it running all day. That would be awesome. It helps the analytics.
Yeah, and sharing it too. If you got some carnivore friends, post it on Facebook, share it. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, bring it up on your home TV. Just let it run.
Yeah. We got 22 of those, and then just today I got one from a celebrity in the carnivore world. Laura Spath sent me hers. Oh, it was so good.
Did we get the steak and butter gal, Kerry?
Steak and butter gal is going to be on live. Laura was going to be on live, but she's traveling to Greece that day. So we're missing out on Laura live, but we're still getting her. And what she
want to make sure we get these carnivore ladies in here.
Yes. Well, we have Dr. Wiedemann on as well. We have Kelly Hogan, which I'm so excited. I haven't spoken to her yet. Steak and Butter Gal is on. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Sean, I know you've talked to a lot of these people, so that's going to help because some of these I haven't talked to yet. So they're going to jump on and be like, Sean, you take this one first. We're going to switch off questions, and it's going to be crazy because some of these doctors, we only got a half hour. Like Dr. Kilt comes on, we got 30 minutes. That's going to fly by so quick.
Well, I mean, not to speed run it, man, with these doctors, like so they get everything out in 30 minutes.
Yeah. It's not just that I've talked with them, man. Most every one of these people are people that I followed for over a year. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's it's so humbling that not just to be able to speak with them on previously on my channel, but for the ones that I have. But most of these people are people that had an impact on me long before I never would have imagined that I'd be able to speak with them. I didn't
Right.
think I'd ever be at this point, but here we are.
Yeah.
It's power of sharing a story, man. That's I'm telling you, man. Like he was saying Dante shared his story, hyped him up. You sharing your story hyped him up. Like Kerry sharing his story hyped me up. Like we need
Mhm.
to just share our stories and keep on spreading that good word, man, so people can hear it.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Sean, when Dante comes on, he's the first guest. I can't wait because I'm going to show him this thumbnail. I'm going to be like, look what you did. Because if he didn't, I really don't know if I'd be doing carnivore if I didn't see his testimony. He got me
Yeah.
so fired up. And the fact that he was doing it for 2 years, I was like, this guy's crazy. There's no way. But he did it for 2 years. And yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if
absolutely. I'll tell you right now, whenever I first started carnivore, I started searching and scouring the internet looking for people, examples, anything I could find on carnivore. And there was almost nothing on there other than Dante Frigno and Larry and Cassie from Carnivore Quest. And that's the two examples that was on there. And as most people are aware of, Larry is like my brother, man. Like he's my brother. I call him my brother from another mother. I talk to him almost every night on the phone, make time. I love him. He's like family, because of that experience. I was in Carnivore Quest community and spent a lot of, that's where all the work went down, man. You had people in there got sick of me encouraging people and sharing my story. This is a YouTube, and all of this is a continuation of what went on in there, man. And so I'm extremely thankful for those guys, Dante and Larry and Cassie, and man, they made they were the first to set the example, man. All of us that come now are just helping carrying the torch. We're forming an army is what we're doing,
Yeah.
because the people, the powers that be are not going to correct the mistake. They're too far in at this point. So
They're
the only
making
thing
too
that's
much
ever
money to correct the mistake.
yeah, the only thing that's ever going to change the trajectory of the course that we're on in this world is Jesus Christ and people like you and I setting an example with carnivore and getting the proper nutrition and put those things together, and it's an unstoppable force, man.
Yeah.
That's what Jesus says to do. Lead by example.
Right.
That's right. That's what we got to do.
I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but it's starting to spread like wildfire. I think it's going to really blow up soon. At the movie theater here, I've been getting so many people coming in. I'm a carnivore, like 4 or 5 a night. I'm like, why are you whispering? Let's go. Let's go. Talk
That
about
reminds me, Friday, I've got a video on my 93-year-old grandfather who's doing carnivore.
Oh,
Nice. That's
And
what's up.
He's down some weight. He's starting to get his shoes on a lot easier because he had a big old belly and it was tough to bend over and get the shoes. But yeah, 93 and thriving on carnivore.
That is
so cool.
awesome.
He was starting to lose his vision too a little bit. So he saw Kerry interview Shane and Amy. And then he called me up and he's like, dude, I'm doing carnivore. Enough's enough, man. I don't care who in the family says what. I'm carnivore. So I got Grandpa Lee, the 93-year-old carnivore, coming Friday, man. I'm so proud to get his video out.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Hey, speaking of 90-year-olds, I don't know if this gentleman's 90, but if you guys will indulge me a second, I'm not gonna show, these are all going during the live stream, but I wanted to show 1 or 2 of these. This was just a short testimonial this gentleman sent me, and I believe it was his father or grandfather was doing it too. This is, and I've got a link to his channel below. In fact, I've linked to everyone that sent me a testimonial. And someone just asked me in the comments, can we still send the testimonial? Yes, you send it to homesteadhow@gmail.com, and I'll make sure to get it in there. This is
sooner than later, folks. Sooner than later. We're running out of time.
Right. So here's a video at Carnivore
Kerry,
Brothers.
and the 24-hour live stream. What an amazing event.
I'm not sure.
Super excited that you're putting this together. You've done so much for the carnivore community. Big time shout out, more to come. This is Ashley Rogers. I am one of the Carnivore Brothers. Our channel is the Carnivore Brothers on YouTube, and we started our channel, me and my brother Rhett Rogers. We both have introduction videos on there and a couple other small videos, but we started the channel because of you. We wanted to document our journey. We want to document the success that we've had. And we can thank you for that. We can thank the whole carnivore community for being so welcoming and amazing. And it's been remarkable, the turnaround in both myself and my brother. One of the things that you mentioned early on in several videos is that ripple effect. And I actually started my carnivore journey about the same time as you did. Heard about it from a friend of mine who recommended I watch a couple of videos, and I thought this is pretty cool. I can get into this all meat. I can eat meat. I love meat. But I didn't do a whole lot of research, and I was kind of into it and not really serious about it until I saw your 30-day video. And that's what got me motivated. That's what inspired me, as it has, I know, a lot of people. You put out an amazing video there that just it hit a chord with me. And so I was all in from there. I researched like crazy, just like you did, watched a ton of Dr. Barry, a ton of the other doctors that are on there, learned as much as I could, but I went all in. And that's when the ripple effect started. I started out at my heaviest. I was 250 pounds. I'm now down. My recent weigh-in was 184, which is my high school weight. Absolutely thrilled with the results. But more than that was more about my why was the type 2 diabetes. My A1C score was through the roof again, and I needed to do something about it. So I feel like I've completely reversed that now, and doing much, much better. So a couple of weeks on the carnivore diet, my wife is amazing. She posts our lives because our family spread out all over the world, and our family is posted on Facebook quite a bit. My brother saw a picture of me and he called me, dude, what are you doing? You're looking great. So I was telling him about it, and that's when the ripple effect started. He got on it, and man, he's had amazing results. He's gone from almost 300 pounds. It's what he looked like before. This is what he looks like a couple of weeks ago. He's lost over 80 pounds. It's absolutely amazing. Not only that, his depression he's dealt with for many, many years is almost gone. So many other things have improved with him. My parents, who I never thought would
this
change
is my
their
favorite
diet
part
this
coming
way.
up here.
But they started seeing our results, and they both started on it. My dad, this was his before. So excited to see his progress. He's lost over 30 pounds. I think they hit day 85 today. And this is him now. He got into his old Boy Scout shirt.
Look at this guy.
He hadn't put it on since he was
He's got the Boy
25
Scout
years
shirt on.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he does,
amazing.
dude. Holy
and
crap.
He's so excited. I'm so excited for him. It's
he's
just really,
killing it.
really neat to see the effects. The ripple effect continues. My brother's wife and one of their sons, they are working on starting. They're just new into it, so we'll keep you posted on their updates. I've got a cousin who's reached out to me. My dad's got multiple friends that have asked him about it, and the ripple effect continues. So thank you. We hope you check out our channel, Carnivore Brothers, on YouTube. We're going to be putting out more videos, but again, we're kind of new at it. We love the community. We want to document our story. We want to have some of our family also document their stories on our channel. So more of that to come. We're looking forward to sharing that with the carnivore community. So I hope you'll subscribe to our channel and keep up with our updates as well.
Put that one on the list, Kerry. The ripple effect.
The ripple effect. So Carnivore Brothers, I have a link in the description. But what fired me up the most with that one was, sorry, I kind of yelled over, but I wanted you guys to hear that part. The dad was wearing his Boy Scout outfit from when he was a
I didn't
kid,
notice, so I'm glad you yelled. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
That's what really touches me, because I've had so many comments from people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s thriving on carnivore. It's so sad to me that people work their entire lives and then they end up suffering and they have mobility issues and they're arthritic and they can't do anything. And I really think it doesn't have to be that way. I've talked to so many people that are like, no, man, that's just the food they're eating.
It's supposed to be your golden years, right? And then you can't, you retire to go do all this stuff and then you don't feel good to do it. It's like torture.
But I love his thing too with the ripple effect, because again, back to Dante. Dante did his example. I saw it. And then this guy happened to see my example. Then now his brother did it and his dad. That's why it's like, I think this thing is really blowing up, because even me, I don't know about you guys, I did it, right? Emma's doing it. My mom and stepdad, they're thriving on carnivore, just like this gentleman. Both of my sisters are doing it now. So it's
Yeah.
like it's not one person. You get one person, you just snag 10 people, and they get. It's like a pyramid scheme. Then they get 10, and then they get 10, and then they get 10.
I mean, you know my story, obviously. I mean, my wife's lost 20 pounds, and she was knee high to a grasshopper before. She was a little bitty, but she didn't even do it to lose weight. But it's a lot of information. My wife's doing it. My mom's doing it. My brother's doing it. My sister-in-law's doing it. My brother-in-law's doing it. All of them have their own success stories at this point. Like they've all been doing it more like 4 or 5 months. So like it's not something, but they saw me do it for a solid year by myself, and it rubbed off. They saw the example. They saw it happening, and that's what it takes sometimes. So there's a lot of folks in the private group, man, and they're struggling because they're doing it alone. And I just want you to know, you might be doing it alone, but I can promise you, people are watching you. Your family's watching you. Your friends are watching you. The outside world might be talking junk, but they're watching. And whenever they see when they see where you get, people might be talking junk, but like they might have been talking junk to me some word. Trust me when I tell you, it hadn't always been easy. But they ain't talking junk now because I got receipts. I got receipts. I'm telling you. What do you do with that?
A sign, man, that says honk if you're carnivore. You go right by the street, man, for the live stream here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the street out here.
Yeah,
man,
honk if you're carnivore, man. We get you a sign, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just chilling at the house. Y'all get to see the outside. No grand piano today.
Right. I got that shirt. I just got it like a week ago. It says, "I eat only meat. Ask me why." I've got 2 people already. I recorded.
Have you washed it yet, Kerry?
What's that?
Have you washed it yet, or you just keep wearing it?
No, I haven't washed it yet. No, carnivores don't need clean clothes. I haven't watched it yet.
Carnivore. You got me saying that. Boy, you got me saying that junk. Carnivores don't get mad about that junk. They don't even carnivores don't even talk bad. They don't even need that negativity. Exactly. Carnivores don't even see people talking junk no more.
Carnivores, they don't need to go bald either, man. They could just put on a hat, man.
Right.
Carnivores grow hair back even after they went bald.
Hey, look at Rick's. He's not even graying yet. And he said he's old enough to be in the retirement home, and he says he's the only one there with no gray hair.
Right.
Hey, we got a question. I wonder what Sean's take is on this. I think I know, though. What do you guys think about adding fruits to the diet? Joe Rogan and a few other carnivore diet proponents have changed their opinion, claiming that carnivore plus fruits might be a more optimal diet.
Teach their own.
I know the science behind it, but like, I mean, they're grown adults, man. If that's what they choose to do, they're more than happy. I ain't mad at them. Do what you got to do. I actually watched Anthony Chafee and Paul Saladino talking about exactly that today. It was from last week sometime. I think they had the discussion. So, I mean, the science is out there. What do I personally think? I think that I was a type 2 diabetic, and that fructose is one of the worst sugar molecules that you can put in your body to elevate your sugar level. What are you trying to do when you're trying to reverse type 2 diabetes? You're trying to stabilize your sugar. So I think that it's dangerous. I think that putting any kind of putting artificial sweetener in your diet is horrible for your body when you're trying to reverse type 2 diabetes and heal metabolic illness in your body and trying to get to a healthy, optimal health is what I think. Right. But at the same time, man, if that's what you want to do and you're happy with, what you're doing, then that's your business. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to show you what I did that worked for me. So, I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's got to pick the struggle, Struggle's where we find out what works. Physiologically, everybody's in a different spot. Does that make fruit good for them? I don't think so. But at the same time, there's a lot of stuff we do that's not good for us.
I love that. And my thing, too, is fruit now is nothing like it was back in the day. It's like candy.
No.
And everybody's different, to Sean's point. You want to do what you want to do, go ahead. I don't care what anyone else does. I can only control my decisions and what I do. I know from a fact, I never lost this much weight before, but on keto, I struggled for years, and I got down close to this, and I was so excited, and I'm like, never again am I going to be fat, overweight, unhealthy, sick like that. I'm done. And you know what I did? I'm like, I could just eat in moderation now. I'm going to have some strawberries. Me, myself, I can't have 2 or 3 strawberries. That sugar gets in me. It's an addictive drug. I cannot moderate. And I gained it was like the most, I always tell people that too. And people get mad at me like, oh, you're so perfect. It's not that. It's just, I don't want anyone to repeat that mistake. Because I've done it 3 or 4 times too, by the way. Lost weight on keto, eat in moderation, bring back some raspberries and some strawberries, low glycemic index, can't handle it, gain all that weight back. What a sorry place to be in. If you overcome all of that, one of the hardest things, change your whole life, lose all that weight, only to gain it all back and then more for some strawberries or raspberries. Some people can do it. I can't. I do strawberries, raspberries, and then I start eating more and more and more, and then you gain it all back. So I'm never touching a strawberry or raspberry or sugar again.
And there's 2 more things, honestly, if I can remember it, keep my head straight, that just keeps popping in my head. And I wasn't going to say it, but I feel like I need to say it. One is, if you're not going to eat carnivore without the fruits and stuff like that, you also don't get to complain when you don't see the results that people that didn't eat that got. That's the other thing. Yeah. So like, yeah, you can have it, but don't have that and then wonder why you're not getting the same results. Okay. That's the first thing, because I see it all the time. Do what you got to do. I'm not mad at you. We can be friends. We can hang out and shoot the breeze and whatever. But like, that's the thing people got to realize. If you want to do what you got to do, then do what you got to do. And the second thing is, I'm not really sure that if we didn't have addictions, we would even be having the conversation. Because honestly, if I said, hey, look, eat only animal products, and don't get me wrong, I drank coffee. I didn't for 5 months, but I do now. Is it helping me? I don't think it is. As a matter of fact, I think I have less energy now because I drank coffee, and I keep every time I drink a cup, I've got Chavy's voice in the back of my head hollering at me, "Get rid of the neurotoxins, boy!" But I still have it. So I'm not perfect, and I'm not trying to say this from a place of perfection at all, because I'm far from it. But at the same time, if we weren't addicted to those things, if we didn't have issues with those things, we wouldn't try to find a balance in the line. We could keep one foot in the fruits and vegetables and such, and one foot into carnivore. Like, honestly, we would just go straight up, get rid of the sugar, the taste, because that's at the end of the day what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to piggyback off what you guys are saying, part of it is like triggers, man. If Kerry, he said that would trigger him to do actions that he doesn't want to, the fruit. If the fruit isn't going to trigger you and you don't mind getting slower results, and go ahead. But also too, like, those triggers might make you relapse. Like I almost had a relapse at Kerry's homestead theater at the movie theater. Because we're filming that little video, and I put the popcorn salt in my hand, and I tasted it, and man, that just tasted. I just brought back all, and then I had to open the thing and then smell. It literally led me to opening the thing and getting to smell the popcorn in the popcorn maker. And oh man, you got to be careful though with your triggers, because popcorn's a trigger for me. The smell.
I was like, JT, be careful. Be careful.
Yes. He did have to warn me, you guys. So yeah, I also think it's triggers.
Well, I've told people this for so long, bro. Like, honestly, when you're changing your life, take steps, put things in place to set yourself up for success.
Yes.
Don't put cookies on the counter and walk past them every day, because you might be strong as all get out for a month. You might be able to walk right past that, but in a moment of weakness, that one little thing sitting there that you used to be able to handle really good, you might just out of nowhere, you might be talking on the phone one day and walk over and just pick it up and eat it, not thinking about it subconsciously, just because it's there. Yeah, set yourself up for success, man. Take steps. If it's not in the house, if it's not out in the open, if it's not easily accessible, you have to be inconvenienced to go get it, go somewhere else, whatever, look for it, then it's not going to just happen to tempt you like that all the time, because it doesn't matter how strong you are. The temptations, if they're out in the open like that, at some point you're going to be in a moment of weakness, and you're going to be tempted a whole lot easier. And that's one of the things James Clear says in his book, Atomic Habits. He talks about cues, and if you're trying to change a habit, or you're trying to implement something new in your life, put something in excuse me, got choked. Out in the open, put it in an area where you'll see it, because visual cues, will help install that habit and help, make you more aware of what you're trying to do and make it more obvious, and you can change that habit a little bit easier. So
Right.
for what it's
Well,
worth.
fellas, I got to get running to do a
I do
interview
too,
with
man.
Chatting with Carnivores. I just want to ask your question: is this hat better or is this one, guys?
The first one.
Yeah, I'd go with the first one, man, but it's up to you, man. Choose whatever you got to do. I ain't mad.
yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
I just messing with you guys. I love you, Sean. I love you, Kerry. You guys are great guys. I had fun here tonight.
You
Nice
too, brother.
talking with you guys. I got to go on DC, so I've got to interview him. So see you guys.
Awesome.
Love you.
See you, JT.
Talk to you
Yeah,
later.
brother. Take care. Be careful. Be safe, brother. Yeah, man. I'm about to get. I gotta go read, man. What we doing?
Hey, look what, real quick before you go. Look what I got reading. This one.
Oh yeah,
This
Dr. Avadi is amazing.
Have you read this one yet?
I don't have any of them, man. I've been poor my whole life.
This one, like, just the intro, his backstory, Dr. Baker's backstory is insane. The man was in Afghanistan, Air Force, rugby player, surgeon. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. He's an orthopedic surgeon. These guys ain't no joke.
Yeah.
He's an orthopedic surgeon. Dr. Avadi has got 30 years of cardiac surgical experience. Chapey's a neurosurgical resident. Like these
Smartest
people
in the
like
world.
yeah, Dr. Dr. Kiltz is not, he's made helped families have thousands and thousands of babies,
What
and
bigger
he's got
calling
a
in
whole
life?
business. Like, I mean, honestly, these people are not just great people who are trying to give you help by showing you the carnivore way of eating. They have literally done so much good in the world outside of that in all the areas that they've been involved with, man. And they're amazing people. I haven't met one of them or spoke with one of them that aren't amazing. Not just the doctors, man. Y'all was talking about Bella. I absolutely love Bella, man. She is one of the most amazing people. Emily Harbo, Raymond Nazan, all those guys, man. These people that are putting work in this space, whether it's on the coach level, Amy with the steak and butter gang, like all those guys, like it's amazing. Bronson Dan, he worked over, did some stuff. He's coaching and helping people as well. There's so many people in this space with backstories, the doctors and all of them. And not doctors, but they are absolutely putting in work, putting their money where their mouth is.
Yeah.
A lot of times you see it on camera, you see it on videos, but they're putting in work behind the scenes that you don't see as well. I can assure you of that.
Well, this guy, he would be making a lot more money just doing heart surgery than talking about carnivore and putting his neck out talking about carnivore. That's the thing with carnivore. All these doctors, they'd be
absolutely
much better off just doing what they're doing. That's what tells you something about carnivore that you don't get with any of these other things people are talking about.
Absolutely. And they could be doing anything in the world. Anything.
Yeah.
They didn't, they could be doing something, even if it wasn't a heart surgery, even if it wasn't doing his surgical responsibilities at the hospital, man. These guys are smart. They could be doing anything. And yet here they are trying to help us, So
yeah.
that's what's up.
Yeah. Dr. Kiltz in particular, what bigger calling than what that guy has, helping people start families that weren't able to otherwise. It's just crazy. He's the best. I'm so excited for Saturday. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a blur. It's just one after the other.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing, man. It's going to be fun. I got to figure it out. My wife's going to be like, because where I stream at, set up in the back of my house in the corner of a room, and she's like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, baby, I hadn't made it that far. I'm still thinking. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there, right?
Right.
So
yeah, it's gonna be crazy here because we're at the movie theater, and above us, it's our 1-year anniversary. So I think it's gonna be pretty busy up there. We're doing a throwback movie, so I picked like the best day and the worst day. It's my 6-month day on carnivore, 1-year anniversary since we took over the movie theater, and it's Alia Wells' birthday, all on that same day. So.
That's what's up.
Just hoping my internet holds up.
Yeah, man.
Could you imagine?
I know I was on with the Contour Carnivore yesterday at Devon. She is having internet issues. I'm like, come on now. Bin Laden could talk to, run Al Qaeda from a cave in Afghanistan. We can't sitting right here in the States get good service. What's up now?
Right.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
But anyway, it's going to be amazing, man. If you out there, I appreciate you guys. You guys stay strong, keep pushing forward, and y'all be here on Saturday. Hang out with us, keep us some company, give us some encouragement because
yes,
we're going to need it. And so we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys then, and I'll see you Saturday, man.
Thank you, Sean. Everyone go check out Sean's channel too. Intentional Carnivore. Down
Absolutely.
link in description. Thanks, Sean. See you later.
See you, bro.
Oh, those guys are the best. Hey, we still got a bunch of people on here. If you guys have any questions, I'm actually stuck at the theater now because Jen left me here. So I'm here if anyone wants to talk to me some more. I'm going to share another one of these testimonials because these things are just awesome. Let me see here. I've got, again, I'm going to show all of these during the 24-hour live stream. I've got a couple of questions here on the side. Yes, you can still submit them, but please, tomorrow's got to be the last day because it takes me a while to upload them all. So please try to do it by tomorrow and try to go for 2 minutes or less if you can. You can do it up to 5 minutes. That's fine. If you send me one that's really good and it's like 1 or 2 minutes, I'll probably play it a couple times because it goes a lot. Who knows how much time we're going to have to share these. And like I said, if you send it to me, I promise you I will play it if I have to stay later. As my friend Primal Mike just said, we'll go into hour 25, hour 26, hour 27. All right, let me find another one of these to share. Oh, there's so many good ones here. Here, this one was pretty darn good.
Hey everybody, my name is Lauren and I'm from Farmer's Wife Carnivore Life. I'm just doing a quick video today just to put in short my carnivore journey to try and inspire as many people as we can for this carnivore diet documentary that Kerry at Homestead How has very kindly started putting together and making this happen, which is really, really exciting. So going back to April 2022 last year, I became very, very sick. I had a lot of symptoms, a lot of ailments. My main one was something called LPR, which they also call silent reflux, which is a lump in the throat and just a feeling of obstruction. I couldn't eat anything. I lost a lot of weight. Every time I did try to eat something, I felt like my food was getting stuck. I went down to my lowest weight that I had been since I was an early teenager, getting down to about 7 stone and 10 pounds, which was really not a good look for me. I was very, very underweight. I just couldn't eat anything. Every time I ate something, I would react, and even healthy foods, such as vegetables and fruits and nuts and seeds and all different things, I was still having reactions to. I would get swollen eyes, styes in my eyes, stuffy nose, ulcers on my tongue, a sore mouth, earache. I had chronic UTIs, chronic yeast infections, verrucas on my feet, Raynaud's syndrome, which is where your hands go very stiff and almost like joint pain, a bit like, feels like what I think arthritis would feel like, very painful in your hands, and they go very cold. I was very sensitive to the cold and never ever felt warm. I had a whole host of issues that I needed sorting, but because of all of these, I started to suffer from severe depression, suicidal depression. I began to think to myself, if I have to live like this with all these problems, then I just would rather not live. So I drastically had to take some measure to try and prevent me from having this debilitating depression. So I went to the doctor and I got put on pills after pill. One was an acid blocker to try and get rid of this lump in my throat. And I came away, started taking that, did not get better at all. In fact, I got worse and worse. Went back to the doctor, and then of course I got given a double dose of my acid blocker. So they said take more and a higher dose as well. Came away again, was just getting worse and worse. I then went back to the doctor with my debilitating depression because of feeling like this with all my other symptoms, and I then got put on an antidepressant. So I came away, I was on acid blockers, antidepressants, and they also wanted to give me something for my anxiety as well, because I was struggling doing my everyday tasks and I was getting anxious just to leave the house. So after realizing that none of those were working and not doing me any good, I took matters into my own hands and I found a herbalist and went down a herbal route. She was the first person to suggest that I cut out things from my diet. She suggested I cut out dairy. She suggested I cut out gluten, which I did, and I felt better to a certain extent, but I still wasn't fully healed. It wasn't until one day I was making my lovely family a roast dinner, and it was roast lamb, and I took that roast lamb out of the oven and I smelt it and saw the fat, and my body was just telling me to eat that food, eat that lamb, eat that fat. So I actually Googled if eating meat was that bad for you, and I came across the carnivore diet, luckily. And I have been on the carnivore diet for 3 months, and I've managed to heal all of my problems. My tinnitus went away, my energy improved, my sleep got better, the lump in my throat has gone, I get no acid reflux, I get no food reactions, I have no styes in my eyes, no ulcers in my mouth, no sore mouth, no Raynaud's, no joint pain. All of these things just started clearing up within the 3 months. I am left with 3 symptoms. One is I still have floaters in my eyes, another is I still have skin tags on my neck, and another one is I still haven't had a period. I haven't had a period for a long time, but I'm hoping that I can also heal all these things with the carnivore diet. So please follow me or subscribe to my channel at Farmer's Wife Carnivore Life and join me on my journey, and hopefully you guys can help me as well, and hopefully I can help you. So cheers.
I love those. So we have, she's great, Farmer's Wife Carnivore Life. Cool name too. So we have 23 of those or so, and I have a feeling just based on the messages here, some other folks are sending them in too. So please do. Again, if you can keep them to like 2 minutes or so, that would be great. What people really love hearing is why you started carnivore and what's happening now. That's like the best thing you can share quickly if you're doing sort of the elevator pitch. What's sort of the before and after. So Gunnar Hill, I know I'm being a pest now. Will there be a special event t-shirt sold on Saturday? I'll check into it. We are so far behind. We have a ton of awesome shirts. My favorite one is I eat only meat, ask me why. I just did a video. I wore that out in public, and some people actually asked me, and I captured those conversations. We've got compassionate carnivore t-shirts. We got like 10 different designs. We haven't made one for the event. I don't know if we'll have time to do that. It's been full on for sure. No Insanity Renee said, how much do you think you need to raise for the movie? Our total goal was $50,000. It's such a hard discussion to have with people because I could make the movie right now using the equipment I have, but it's not going to be as professional as I would like it to be, and it'll probably take me like 6 years to do it all by myself. So the more money we have, it's about finding a good balance. The better the production quality, I can hire people to help me when I go and interview Dr. Berry, Dr. Baker, Dr. Chafee, for example. I got to have a crew with me. I could do that myself, and it would be much less money, but in order to do it properly, it's going to be more. So our goal with the 24-hour live stream is to raise $50,000 and to be completely done raising funds. So Jennifer, no, we didn't do the magnetic vehicle stickers, but I'm asking Jen about that again when she picks me up because I love that idea. It's just been full on nonstop. It's kind of hard to explain to people like, oh, you're just doing the 24-hour live stream, but it's been so much logistics and planning and scheduling and rescheduling and gathering content ahead of time and filming people in advance that we just haven't had time to do anything. I'm going to be so happy when this 24-hour live stream is over. Hopefully we raise all the funds we need and I can move on to just not doing this fundraising portion anymore and instead start filming some more like I did with Bill in Alaska. What is the email address again, please? homesteadhow@gmail.com. homesteadhow@gmail.com. Someone said that's cheap for a movie. Yes. Well, we're working on a budget. The good thing is we've already raised funds. Thank you to everyone that's done super chats, become a member, or submitted to the GoFundMe, which is donate.carnivore-dietmovie.com. That got us our Netflix approved cinema camera. That's the camera I used when Emma and I went out and filmed Bill. The funds we raised also help pay for the travel, the film bill, and some lighting and some lenses that we rented and things like that. So we have the camera. That's the great part. We have most of the equipment. The big expense going forward is getting the crews in the different areas, the travel, and in some cases you need permits depending on where you're going to film. So we're going to get it done though. Gunnar Hill said, set hourly targets. People will be more likely to chip in to get you over the target each hour. Yes. So luckily we have Alia, who's amazing. She's done fundraising before, and she did fundraising on the 10-hour one. That's how I learned she did fundraising, because I didn't know that she did that. And she's very good. She'll be in the chat encouraging. We're going to have like little games and motivations for people to keep donating. So it's going to be a lot of fun. This event is going to be a lot of fun. We put so much planning into this. If you guys have more questions, shoot them below. Carnivore questions, 24-hour live stream, diet movie questions. If you want to participate, www.carnivore-dietmovie.com. I've got the link on the bottom there. You can still register. It's free to register. We've got a whole crew of volunteers that I'm so thankful for helping me go through everyone that's submitted their thing. And I'm going to see every one of them, but they're going through them all. They're organizing it all and following up with folks and things like that. So, hey, I have a question for everyone. I have a question. I'm hoping you guys can give me a question, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't, but this 24-hour live stream that you can see right here, we've got some really good doctors, Dr. Wiedemann, Dr. Chafee, Dr. Baker, Dr. Berry. Dr. Berry, I am hoping he comes. So here's the story with Dr. Berry. He booked, he scheduled, and then he said, oh, darn it, I'm in Poland that day. And then he said, let's pre-record something. And that was going to happen 2 days ago at 3 o'clock. And we were all there ready to go. And unfortunately, he had a little emergency at the farm. And now he's traveling to Poland. So I'm hoping that he's going to jump in from there, or that he's going to pre-record something. But Dr. Kiltz is on, Dr. Hampton, Dr. Ovadia. Questions for these guys. One of the segments I'm really looking forward to is with Dr. Chafee. We're doing a challenging Chafee. And I've done a couple videos with Dr. Chafee in the past, and it's been a lot of fun. Challenging Chafee is asking him questions. Well, actually, let me show you one here. Here's one that I would challenge Chafee with as an example. Dr. Chafee, per the Cleveland Clinic, the carnivore diet's high saturated fat content raises LDL cholesterol, increasing heart disease risk. It's also low in essential nutrients and can cause health issues long term. And I say, what do you say to that, Dr. Chafee? Or I'll say to him, Dr. Chafee, you're not going to get enough fiber on the carnivore diet, therefore it's a bad diet. What do you say to that? Or I'll say to him, Dr. Chafee, carnivore diet is simply not sustainable. It's a fad diet. What say you, sir? I am looking for more arguments against the carnivore diet like that. If you guys have them, post them in there for me, or shoot me an email, homesteadhow@gmail.com, and I will present them to him. It's so cool. Dr. Chafee, he's coming on later, and he's going to stay on for a while, a couple hours. So we're going to do a couple segments. I want to talk to him about his trip out to meet the 82-year-old Maggie in Alberta, Canada. I want to talk to him about so much, but we're going to do a challenging Chafee segment too. Hey, look who's on here. Carnivore Today, Adam. I still have to get some of the photos up, but I have the ones that were submitted. Link is below. It is, Adam, we were shouting you out earlier, my friend, carnivoretoday.com/24-hour, and I will paste it here in the comments again. It's also in the description of this video. I encourage you all, go visit carnivoretoday.com, bookmark it. You could check back. You hop in on Saturday, then you're like, oh, when's Dr. Ovadia on? And you can see the whole schedule right there at carnivoretoday.com. Adam is just doing an awesome job. It's amazing. Question: can you ask about the carnivore diet and mental illness? Absolutely. Absolutely. Schizophrenic carnivore. I have a close loved one that suffers from some mental issues, some pretty extreme mental issues. And this person is actually doing carnivore and having some really good success. But that is a huge part of the reason I want to do this documentary. Depression, anxiety, but also schizophrenia is another one. There's lots of other mental illnesses as well that's a huge part of our documentary is going to be on mental illness and how the carnivore diet affects it, because that's the reason I'm here right now. That's the reason I'm doing the carnivore diet documentary. I'm not doing this documentary because I lost a bunch of weight doing carnivore and formerly doing keto. The main reason I'm doing the documentary is because of mental health. I was hopeless. I was suicidally depressed. I was on every antidepressant for years. And the carnivore diet is the only thing, after taking every pill they had out there that every doctor could throw at me, and then upping and downing and changing the dosages, carnivore diet is the only thing that has helped me with depression and anxiety. Not helped me, completely eliminated it. I have no depression. I have no anxiety. I don't have any fears. I am living, my mental health is a million times better. That's why I get so fired up about carnivore diet, because I see so many people out there suffering, so many people that are hopeless, and it doesn't have to be that way. I know it doesn't have to be that way. So that's why I get so fired up. But thank you, Schizophrenic Carnivore, for that question. Absolutely. And I'm hoping what would be amazing is to get some really good mental health doctors. I got one that someone gave me already, but Dr. Jordan Peterson would be amazing to have on there as well. Hey, we got a super chat, and I got to let this gentleman in here. Russ, what's up, sir?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to see you. We were just talking some serious talk. We need a little break. Russ is Homesick Buckeye. Shout out. I'm gonna put your channel up here. I had so much fun the other day. I've been doing so many live streams and on people's channels and stuff like that. And I totally meant it when I said this. I was on the keto cookout the other day with Russ and Alia and Damon and Adam. And did I miss anyone? And Russ? I think that was everyone. It was the most fun I had in forever. We were cracking up and we were laughing. And
Doc
Russ,
Hampton was
you cracked me up.
Doc Hampton was on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the format is definitely. I've been watching people online for I don't know how long I've been watching, and never saw anything like it. So we started doing it. Now it's everybody. Everybody's got 14 people on the screen. It's like
right. You guys do it good though, because we did the 10-hour live stream a couple of weeks ago. That's what inspired this 24-hour live stream. And I was so stupid. I was just like, whatever happens, happens. I shared the thing with everybody and it just flooded with people. And the problem you run into is you get stragglers, and it's my fault. I'm the host. Now, when Russ runs this thing, he's like, you did your time, go next. It's good. It's better that way. Like, the whole purpose of this is to educate, entertain, get people engaged and stuck on there. And you guys are doing a heck of a job over there at Keto Cookout, Homesick Buckeyes, Russ's channel. Check them out. I got a little link down there below. I'm going to throw it in the description too, so you guys can click on it.
I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, our show is meant to be more informational more entertainment than informational. You know, I wanted to do something different, something that nobody else was doing. That's just my nature. My entire channel pretty much is kind of like that. You know, it's just a lot of places you can go. There's a lot of doctors, there's a lot of scientists, there's a lot of nutritionists and coaches, and there's a lot of live streams where people talk about what they eat. You know, and that's cool. We need all that. I'm not criticizing anybody. I love it. I watched it forever. But you know, I want to do something different. You know, I reached out to you a long time ago. We had a nice conversation, and I just like, look, I just want to come on and act a donkey. You know, I just want to come on. I just want to come on and be the full moron that I am, you know, in front of everybody. And that's all I really wanted to do. But you know, like I said, people didn't seem to, you know, want to do that, and that's cool. But now it's kind of, you know, it's people like, hey, can you come on my channel and be an idiot? And I'm like, yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Nice.
So yeah, I have a lot of fun, man, and that's, you know, something that I just felt was missing in the space. The, you know, the laughter, the silliness, that kind of stuff, because that's who I am. That's my brand of ketogenic evangelism, baby. That's how I roll.
Nice. And Russ is going to be on the 24-hour live stream, prime time, 7:30. I'm going to be so happy to see you then, sir. It's going to be doctor. And it's going to be like, it's great. It's wonderful, but it's going to be information overload. So It'll be fun
Yeah.
talking with you.
Yeah. Well, you'll be asleep by the time I get on there, probably anyway.
You'll have to scream into the camera, "Wake up! Get up!" I'm honestly worried about it because I've been so thankful, but the last like 5.5 months doing carnivore have been really smooth and easy for me. And that's not the case for everybody. I realize I'm very fortunate for that. But the last 2 weeks I've been starving and I've been cranky and I just haven't been able to eat enough food and I've been tired. It's like the worst time to jump into this 24-hour live stream. I'm getting like right now, I can feel it where I'm getting real heavy under the eyes. And
Right.
we ran this timer, so I only got 2 hours. I got 22 more hours to go. I'm gonna do it though. It'll be fine. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep. We got Sean on there too, and now Adam, your friend from the keto cookout.
Oh, yeah. I know.
He just told me
everybody.
today. He's like, I'm on there for 24 hours. I was like, you're crazy. He said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the whole thing 24 hours. So hey, if I fall
Yeah.
asleep, we got Adam on there to cover things for me.
I guess, man. That's yeah. I think Ollie will be there too, right?
Yes. I told her it's her birthday too. I'm like, you're not staying on the whole time. So I think she's still staying on way too long. She's staying on for a really long time. And then my daughter Emma's going to take over because she's doing the fundraising. She's so good at that too. She's going to be like, hey, let's check the leaderboard. Where are we at? Here's an update and things like that. And she's going to jump in every now and then with some questions for the doctors. So
Yeah, I told her I'd sing happy birthday to her on the stream if she was on there. So
nice. Yeah, she'll be on there. She said she's going to stay till midnight. So
there you go.
she'll still be on there then. But
Well, I will do that. I will sing happy birthday to her at the end of my time. You can count on that. I don't know. I may sing a couple of songs. I don't know what I'll do. I have no earthly idea what I'll do.
love
I
it.
can't tell you. I
Hey.
can't. I don't plan that far ahead.
I'm with you. Like I started planning. I don't know what's going to happen with this because it got crazy. Like there's a couple points during the day where Dr. Kiltz, I need you to come on earlier, Russ. Dr. Kiltz comes on and the man has like less than a half an hour. If he shows up 5 minutes late and then the next person comes 5 minutes early, it's like you got 20 minutes with Dr. Kiltz. That's going to it's going to fly by. We're going to ask him one question and be like, well, Dr. Kiltz, time to go. I'm not good at that part either. I'm going to have to work on that, but it's going to be tough. Dr. Kiltz is going to be there, and then it'll be Dr. Baker, I think, is after him trying to get on.
Oh, you finally caught up with Baker. That's good.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I've got I have a I shouldn't I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. I have in the can recorded the Reverend IB Low Carbon. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his sermon and seen him, but the Reverend has a sermon in the can about Chafee. And I'm
liking this.
Listen, we may debut that on the I might give you an exclusive debut on that. I need to send it, I might send it to him first because he may not like it. But because I give it to him. I give it to him pretty good.
He's on for a couple hours too, so we're gonna need some stuff to talk about. So hey,
yeah,
we got pre-recorded stuff too. So you pre-recorded, I could pop that right on the screen when he's on there. He's on there for 3 hours.
I was just gonna say that, man. If you play that for him before he sees it, man, he might walk off the.
I'll wait till hour 3 when he's just about to wrap up. Oh, wait a minute. We got one more thing here for Dr. Chafee.
Exactly. Listen. He knows about the Reverend because I did one for Barry and he commented on it. If you go on my channel, he put a comment on my channel about it. He's like, I love it. Ha ha. And I sent him back a message. I was like, yours is coming next, Prophet Chafee. So yeah, it's kind of funny. So I don't know.
I have yet to see Dr. Chafee get rattled, but I've yet to see someone go at him like that. So that would be funny.
Oh, he's cool as the other side of the pillow, man.
Yeah.
Listen, one time I met Needle, and one time I was on a Zoom call with him in his like one of his groups, and somebody asked him a question about being sleepy. They're like, I have trouble sleeping and this, that, and the other. And he answered the question, and he came to me. He's like, hey, what's going on, Russ? I'm like, hey, Doc. I said, hey, I just want to mention, somebody asked a question earlier about not being able to sleep. He's like, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, well, I know for me, when I can't sleep, I just put on a replay of one of your Zoom calls. It knocks me right out. everybody started laughing. Everybody cracked up, and he just shook his head. He's like, "Yeah, you."
Nice.
I was like, "Don't kick me out of the group. You see, I need it." I'm like, "You see, I need to be in your group, Doc."
Right. Have some compassion. That's funny. Man, it would be funny if we did a whole segment. I don't know if all the doctors would think it's funny, but just roasting the doctors.
Yeah, I'm not a big roaster. I'm honestly, I mean, what I do best is like in a group, just like commenting on other people's things or whatever. Like that's why our show works good because, like, especially Alia, she's says a lot. She's kind of chatty and she's got a upbeat personality, and she sets me up all the time. She has no idea she's doing it. You know what I mean? Like she has no idea that she's setting up these jokes for me, and that's what makes it work because we have a good chemistry. And it's real easy. We get along good. Same way with Adam. Adam will say something or do something.
Hey, I got to repeat something. This is what from our call. This is what Adam said, and what you said. Adam was laughing. I was laughing too. But we were asking like, what's the biggest thing you've overcome on carnivore? And Adam said, I'm going to misquote him, but he said something like his traumatic brain injury. And then you said, Russ,
I don't remember.
You were like, I don't think you overcame that, Adam. Are you sure on that one?
Yeah.
Oh man, it was hilarious.
Who told
You
you
were
that?
so quick too. He didn't even finish talking about it. You had that one loaded up in the gun and ready to go.
But see, like I said, that's the beauty of our show is that, we don't know what's going to happen. It's a live show. We don't practice anything. We don't write any notes. We have a meeting about 5 minutes before the show and just talk about the guests and that kind of stuff. But it's totally spontaneous. So when they say something, they have no idea that they're setting me up for a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what makes it work. That's what makes it work because that's when I'm at my best is reacting to what they're doing, as opposed to just coming in and, that's why I don't have my own show. I mean, I can come on there and do my songs and do my characters and stuff by myself, but that's not what I'm really good at. I'm much better at being part of a group and reacting off what other people are doing.
So were you just always a funny dude like this or like?
Yeah, I did comedy I did stand-up comedy for a couple of years and I worked with Tony Rock, Billy Gardell, did clubs and stuff. On my Facebook page, I even have a couple of clips from some stand-up stuff I did years ago. So,
Wow.
And same way with singing. I mean, when I was a younger man, I recorded music and played clubs and stuff like that for years. I mean, so yeah, I have a lot of entertainment background. This stuff is, it's pretty easy for me that way.
I can't imagine stand-up comedy, man.
I had a lot of fun and I did well with it, man. I mean, but it's just a tough life. You don't get paid and it's a lot of hours. And when I came into it, most of the guys that were doing it were half my age. And it just was, I wanted to do it just as a hobby, just here and there. But the guys that owned the club didn't want that. And there was only one club in town at the time. And so, I did that for probably almost 2 years and some other clubs around just the Jacksonville area. But again, it's just a lot of time, no money, and you got to really want it. You got to really, really, want that life. It's got to be a passion or a dream for you to put in that time and effort for no money. So I just kind of fell out of it.
Is there any big comedians out there that were kind of your inspiration?
I mean, growing up, the regular guys, Eddie Murphy and, Richard Pryor and, those guys, Bernie Mac, those guys coming up. I didn't watch a ton of comedy. I was always a silly kid, class clown, all that kind of stuff. All my whole life, I was always that guy. I was never took anything seriously. I was always cracking jokes somewhere. Didn't matter. Funerals, whatever. I always found something ridiculous, to
Nice.
laugh at. So that's who I am at my core. I'm the same silly little kid that was getting thrown out of third grade. But it was funny because the teacher would be crying, laughing. I would have the teachers dying.
Right.
I would still get in trouble. So I used to always think, if you laugh, you shouldn't send me to the principal's office. I mean, that's just the rules. I mean, come on, what's that? But yeah, I still got in trouble.
Nice. Well, hey, I got a couple super chat things here. Let's go. The Kingdom Way Keto became a member. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Carnivosaurus Rex became a YouTube member. Appreciate it. Every penny we get goes to the Carnivore Diet documentary for those. The Kingdom Way, another super sticker, $5. Thank you so much. Wow, lots of members. Twin Maples Carnivore Homestead became a YouTube member. Appreciate it. Esther Sprinkled, $20 super chat. Thank you. Rachel Gard, thank you for the quick email response after sending in my video. Absolutely. Russ, so I did this thing. We got all these great doctors coming on, but I told people, if you want to pre-record your testimony, 2 minutes long, 5 minutes max, but preferably 2 minutes. A whole bunch of people sent them in, including Rachel. Man, some of those are better, I think, than talking to the doctors. Some of them that are just so fired up. Just real quick, this is what happened to me on Carnivore. This is my before, this is my why, this is my after. Rachel was one of those we'll be showing. If you guys send those, it's homesteadhow@gmail.com. And I promise you, if you send it to me, unless it's horrible or inappropriate, I'm going to play it, even if I have to stay later, hour 25, hour 26. But I'm going to try to mix them in between the doctors. So thank you, Rachel, for sending that. And then the last one here is Don became a YouTube member. Thank you, Don. I'm going to be doing some members-only live streams coming up, and I do a lot of members-only posts. Really appreciate it.
Hey, if you have a video that's inappropriate or horrible, send it to me.
Yes, those will get forwarded to Russ.
Yeah, we'll play that on the Cookout. And Rachel, if you got a great story, go to the Cookout website and we'll have you on. You can tell everybody your story. We never get tired of that on the Cookout. You can come on with us and tell us your story, and we never get tired of that. That's what the show is about. It's to uplift, entertain, motivate, make people laugh and smile, and also to make people feel good about themselves and what our ketogenic lives.
Yeah, we need more of that in the world, and people sharing their stories and their examples. I mean, there's nothing more powerful than that. You can listen to Dr. Chafee, who's amazing. You can listen to him all day, but when you see someone's own personal story that you can relate to, that could be life-changing versus some of the other things. Hey, we got a question for Russ here. If you got a question for Russ, put it in the side with question. Russ, will you do my eulogy if you outlive me? I want him laughing.
I will do anything for you, Renee. Listen, Renee is a big fan. She supports us. She's always at the Cookout. She's always on my channel, and she comments and likes and all that stuff. So I appreciate the love. She's a great fan and a good friend of our program.
Nice. Keto Cheeto. Kerry, how's the wife doing on keto? She's doing great. She was here today at the theater, and she painted the bathroom, and she's in just getting a bunch of stuff done. I was trying to be nice to her, but before this, she wasn't doing much. She was kind of fatigued and tired a lot, but she's just in super speed mode, getting lots of stuff done. So yeah, thank you. She's doing really well.
Yeah, and she slid back and forth, right? She went carnivore, and then she went to keto, and then
yeah. She did really good on carnivore for a couple days, and then she got hit with the dreaded keto flu. Hit her real bad. So she's going back to keto, and she's going to try to ease back into it.
Yeah, man, that's the path for most people. I think I call them the Band-Aid rippers. You got a certain amount of Band-Aid rippers out there that are just like, I'm gonna eat a whole cow, and I'm gonna, but for most people, it's a path, and it's a sliding. And for guys like me, it's a sliding scale. I might be carnivore a couple of days, and back to ketovore, then the carnivore, then the keto, and then sometimes I just eat cookies, and then back to
Except
carnivore.
for on the 16th, you said you're doing carnivore full
That's right,
24
man.
hours.
That's right. Listen, I can't. Well, see, the good news is it's a carnivore diet movie fundraiser. So you don't necessarily have to be carnivore to help raise money. But yes, I will make sure that I'm 100% carnivore that day so that I can be truly authentic.
Right.
But either that or I'll just eat some cookies and donate. How about that?
Yeah, that'll work too. Hey, you can play a character that's not carnivore for a little while, and then you can eat some cookies. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but I love it all, man. To me, it's all ketogenic, and that's what I'm about. I'm a big tent guy. I don't even like the terms that much. You guys know that I'm a carb number kind of guy. I like the numbers. In my brand of keto evangelism, I work with a lot of people that don't know anything about this stuff. You'd be surprised how many people don't know what a carnivore is.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. And
I don't think I knew what it was 6 months ago. I was talking to Sean about that earlier. I learned about this 6 months ago. I'm trying to remember, like, if you said carnivore to me, I'd be like, what, is that some weird thing? That's like, I would be like, that's the Liver King guy, or what are you talking about? You eat organs or something? I don't know.
And people damn sure don't know what a ketovore is. So, it's like I just start with, hey, how many carbs you eat a day? What's your carb number? Let's get that number down. And then when I'm with the family, I talk ketovore, keto, dirty, clean, all that stuff because we understand the lingo. But your average person that's got a donut in their hand, yeah, they don't want to hear about autophagy and ketosis. They're just
Right.
trying to figure things out. So I approach them a little differently.
Yeah. Hey, I think it's hugely important because I started on keto too. I think almost everyone that does carnivore should start on keto, or some of them don't, like my wife. And then you're like, you should have started on keto. And then
Yeah, some people can, I'm lucky, I don't have any problems with any fruits or vegetables. I'm not lactose intolerant, none of it, So I have that freedom. There's a lot of people who can't tolerate certain things and certain vegetables and black pepper and all kinds of things, give them a lot of problems. So, they have to do that. Most people are okay with a little bit of, avocados or some tomatoes or something like that. It's not going to, tear them up. But you got to do what's best for you. You got to do what works for you, and you got to find what works for you.
right.
And that's the biggest thing I encourage people to do because we're all different. But it's a big tent. We want everybody to get well. And the thing that binds us together is high protein, high fat, low carb. I mean, that's the core of it, And wherever you're at on that scale, God bless you. Just lower those carbs, get those fats and proteins up, and get on to better health.
Yeah, absolutely. Amber Lee said, if we skip ads and watching videos, do you get paid less than if we watch the whole thing? Yes. I can't afford to donate right now, but want to do something to help. I don't know how all this stuff works. If you watch the ads, it does help slightly. We appreciate it. If you can't afford to donate, we appreciate you watching. If you can share it too, that's a free way to help.
Absolutely.
And comment and share and stuff like that. That always helps. Hey, who's your carnivore? Brett. Haven't seen Emma much lately. I haven't either. She actually is a trader, and we're not talking. No, I'm just joking. She got a job with her friend, so she was at the theater every weekend. She's not working at the theater anymore. She works at this place with her friend, but she's going to be here for the 24-hour live stream. Not the whole thing because I think I'll go to jail for some sort of child labor laws if I ever work 24 hours. But she's going to pop on around maybe when Alia drops off around midnight or so and help me out. So she'll be back. And I told Emma, we got to do another video together. She's still killing it, doing carnivore, no longer a vegan, doing really well. So the other reason I haven't seen her that much is because she's back in school now too. School started. So let's see. Got another question here. Can you ask the doctors how to do carnivore after having gastric bypass and or with no gallbladder? Had shame of regaining all the weight after surgery plus 50 more pounds. Started carnivore May 4th, down 41 pounds. Oh, congratulations. I will try to ask them that for sure. I'm going to copy this and write it down. I don't have a gallbladder and I've been just fine, but I haven't had gastric bypass surgery, so I don't know. I'm going to be spending a bunch of time with Dr. Chafee, so I'll try to ask him that one for sure.
Yeah, Dr. Hampton as well, Dr. Barry. Those are the people I listen to. I certainly have links to all those people on my channel. And Dr. Hampton especially is really good about answering people's questions and stuff like that pretty promptly. So
Yeah, he's the best. I was so happy when I had him on the thing. Like, I'm so happy I had any of the doctors that I had, but afterwards, sometimes I'll take the video and cut it up into like little talking points, like shorts. And Dr. Hampton's, it was like a gold mine. There was like so many of them. That guy's so smart, so much good feedback. And I'm really happy too, because he's on the 24-hour live stream. He's one of the first few guests. I think he's the third or fourth one. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. I'm also excited because he's the only doctor that's close to me. He's in Chicago, and I'm in there every now and then. So he agreed to participate in the documentary. So when it comes time to film him, that's going to be my shortest travel, is to see Dr. Hampton. But I'm hoping to maybe at some point do a meetup in Chicago. I was going to do it here, but I live out in the middle of the sticks. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. There's nowhere around me. So Chicago, we could get some good people. And then maybe if Dr. Hampton's available, he could join us.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Amanda had a question. What's your thoughts about the numerous commercials romanticizing medications?
Oh, that's nothing new, man. That's the whole, we talk about standard American diet. How about standard American doctors? Operate, medicate, compensate. That's pretty much the mantra.
Yep. Just a big circle. Round and around. Oh, Adam was on here. Kerry is my brother from another mother. Truly gracious man. Oh, thank you, Adam. Adam is the best. Adam has volunteered so much time to help with all this stuff. I got to shout him out one more time. carnivore-today.com. We got the whole lineup for the 24-hour live stream on his website, carnivore-today.com. Adam's the best. Speaking of Adam, so Russ, he texted me. He's like, the keto cookout you guys did the other night. He's like, it just went nuts near the end. It was hilarious. And he sent me a clip. I was cracking up. You had Dave Mack on. And what did you ask? You guys are asking him what his weirdest thing he ate was?
This Adam person. Who is that? I don't even know.
Right.
He's okay. He's I have to carry him, everywhere. But no, I'm kidding. That's my man. He knows it. Listen, if you that thing broke down last night. Somebody asked Dave Mack what the craziest thing he'd ever ate or most exotic thing he ever ate was, and it somehow got to the thing with, like he said, fish sperm, but yeah, but
and then you disappeared.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, did you eat it or drink it? It's like, it's like, how does that work? How do you eat it? So then he was trying to explain. I was like, stop, Dave. You can't make this better. You can't, there's no way you can make this better. But we lost it, man. We lost it. So yeah, if you want to laugh until you pee yourself, look at the cookout. Just watch. Dave was the third guest. We had Becky Troxel, Keto Oregonian, and we had Kerry from Meeting Wellness. I think was Christy, not Kerry. Kerry's Metamorphosis, but Christy from, I think it's Meeting Wellness, and she was I really enjoyed her, and I hope I didn't butcher her channel, but she has a site that's more about ketogenic living as it pertains to mental health, which I think is a space that's kind of underserved. And so she was really good. And then Dave Mack came on last. And near the end of his interview, we had a new segment or a new thing this week called Mystery Questions. And we had an oven mitt, and we drew questions out of the oven mitt. And then one of the questions was, what's the weirdest or strangest thing you've ever eaten, and did you like it? And yeah, he hit us with that one, and that was unexpected. It was unexpected, and we laughed so hard.
You know what was so funny, Russ? So You cut your camera off. You're like, I'm out of here. That's enough.
Yeah.
But your mic was still on, so you could
Yeah.
see you're laughing
Yeah.
going up and
Well, yeah. Well, that's why I cut the camera off, because I was doubled over laughing. Yeah, I had to mute myself too. I was laughing so hard. I was like bent over laughing. I thought I was gonna knock my laptop over, but yeah, so that's why I was blacked out. Not because it was disgusting, but I mean, but we were all just, dude. I mean, it's like it shut the show down.
right.
It was just so funny.
End it. It was funny. I was cracking. Adam sent it to me. I was really busy, but I'm like, I'll check this out real quick. I watched the whole end of it. I was cracking up. It was very funny. So if you guys want to laugh, check out the Keto Cookout Homesick Buckeye. Hey, speaking of, you just mentioned keto and mental health. Someone had a related question here. How much would carnivore help with mental energy output? What kind of related? And for mental sports like chess and other things that require creativity, lots of cognitive function. Also, is coffee a big deal?
Well,
I'll take a shot. Yeah.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking me.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you too. I'll take a shot and I'll let you go. How about that? I was just gonna say, on the mental health side, that's the only reason I'm doing this documentary. I had horrible depression, anxiety, and most of that I learned, the only thing that helped me was keto. I did keto on and off for years. My problem is I can't moderate. I would do keto, I would lose some weight, I'd eat a strawberry, and then I'd gain all my weight back, and the depression and anxiety would come back. But I think there's a lot to say for keto with mental health, or carnivore for mental health. On carnivore now, I'm on no more antidepressant medicines. I feel a million times better. To answer your question a little bit better, though, Erdwin, I don't know, because people call me the hype man of carnivore, and I hype everything up with carnivore, and I'm the Billy Mays. But I really feel like mentally, I'm way better on carnivore. I have two anecdotal examples. My dad goes golfing all the time. I didn't go at all the year before carnivore because I had arthritis in my foot so bad. As soon as I started doing carnivore, it cleared up and I felt amazing. I went golfing with my dad, and I've gone golfing with him on and off for years. He always beat me. I beat him for the first time. Golf is a mental game. So I don't know. I feel like that. And then just like with work and being organized, I feel like I'm getting a lot more done because I'm making better mental decisions. It could just be a bias and I'm attributing everything to carnivore. I don't know. What do you think, Russ?
Well, I won't tell you what I think. I will tell you what I know. I will tell you what I learned from Dr. Ben Bickman. The brain functions differently when it's running on ketones than when it's running on glucose. Your brain can only use glucose or ketones for energy. It can't burn fat because your brain is actually made of fat. It's made of fat and cholesterol. So we know that the brain works differently. It works more efficiently. It just operates differently when you're in ketosis, when it's using ketones. We also know that anytime there's glucose and ketones in the bloodstream, the brain takes the glucose or takes the ketones 100% of the time. It needs them. It wants them. It wants to burn them. It needs them for everything. Babies are born in ketosis. A lot of people don't know that. When babies are born, human beings are the only mammals that are born overweight. They're born fat because they need the fat to burn to make ketones because their brains are developing so rapidly. So, that's why brain fog and these different things that people, experience that's lifted when they're in ketosis is because the brain is using different fuel than it uses, most of the time. But Dr. Bickman's doing great, amazing work with dementia patients, Alzheimer's patients, because, he's taking Alzheimer's and dementia patients, getting them into ketosis, getting their brains running on ketones, and seeing great cognitive function increase. Because again, most people aren't they may live their whole lives and not be in ketosis from the time they're off mother's milk, and it affects their brain. So yes, your brain will work differently and more efficiently if you're in ketosis and it's using, ketones. There's no doubt about it.
Right. I love that answer. And you mentioned the brain fog. Just that alone, that's probably the biggest thing I hear from people doing keto or carnivore is I didn't realize I was in such a brain fog before and now I'm out of it. So that alone And then the other thing that you made me think of, Russ, when you said the brain functions more efficiently on ketones, that I recently learned.
So does the heart, by the way.
The heart.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was going to say. And I never knew that. And that kind of pisses me off a little bit. Not that I would have done anything differently, but I have a low ejection fraction. I have congestive heart failure, but it sounds worse than it is. It's just like a light case of it. But I've had an irregular heartbeat my entire life. I had all these heart monitors on. In kindergarten, I had to wear these wires, and every year I'd have to wear them. And my wife and I were watching TV a couple of weeks ago, and she had her head on my chest, and she's like, "Your heart is beating normally for the first time. I've always had an irregular heartbeat." Yeah. And I started doing more research. I'd never heard of this before. And what Russ just said, your heart is more efficient burning ketones. It prefers it over sugar. And then I started doing more research, and I heard a lot of people say the same thing, that they had a heart murmur or an irregular heartbeat, and it went away doing carnivore or keto. And my mind's just blown. Not that if it kind of upsets me, because I've been to so many doctors over the years, and I've been on and off keto for years. Not that they would have said, hey, if you do keto, it's going to cure your heart. But if they would have said, well, listen, if you do keto, your heart runs more efficiently, I would have been like, oh, there's another checkbox to do more keto. And I probably would have stuck to it in the past. And now, in retrospect, my heart's beating normally for the first time in 43 years. It's just insane to me.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people don't know, of course. So they don't, and then again, there's not a lot of money in cures. There's a lot of money in treatment.
Yeah.
You know, and even like neurological disorders. You know, I heard Dr. Lustig say, I think Dr. Lustig say one time, when 50 years ago or whatever, when he first became a doctor, when people had neurological problems like seizures, epilepsy, you know, things like that, they would get them into ketosis. That was one of the therapies, because when they were burning ketones, they didn't have the seizures and they didn't have the problems because the brain functioned differently. But when they started coming out with medications for epilepsy and all that, they stopped doing it. Mm. You know, it's just like fasting insulin. I've heard doctors say that too. 50 years ago, they used to check fasting insulin because they knew that if your fasting insulin is creeping up slowly over time, you're on a collision course with diabetes. But when they came out with the diabetes pills and all that, they stopped doing it.
Right.
Because you get type 2, you get pre-diabetic, type 2, just take the pill for the rest of your life. So yeah, it's crazy when you think about it. I mean, it's, in a way, you hope it's not true. It's like I hope that's not true.
Yeah.
But I suspect it is exactly true.
The seizure thing too. It's funny you mentioned that, because I recently learned about that too. We have some friends that are Amish. I when I told you I live out in the woods in the sticks, I wasn't joking.
No. I just had to make some adjustments here. I'm not.
Okay. We have some friends that are Amish, and one of them was helping me put a new roof on the theater. And I told him, like, dude, you're gonna think I'm kind of crazy, but at that point I was like, I've just been eating meat for like 50 days. And he was like, oh, you're doing keto. And I'm like, how do you know about keto? And he said, we have a cousin that has seizures, and that's how they do it. Amish community. Yeah. They go full ketogenic. And he said the cousin, no seizures. It gets rid of almost all. And they had horrible seizures when they were eating just regular bread and food and stuff. But
yeah,
crazy.
It's crazy when you think about it, man. It's amazing. And, I see, listen, these food manufacturers, these big agriculture, they have doctors. They know the physiology of these foods. They know what it's doing to us. They know how to make us hungry, how to make us eat more. You eat more, you get hungry, you buy more, and they get paid. They understand what they're doing. It's really insidious when you really get down to it. I mean, it's like part of me just doesn't want to believe that people are that, just that wrong, that they would know something is hurting you, killing you. But still, so I guess cigarette manufacturers do it, right? So what's the difference? I mean, cigarettes versus food, at least, I guess the food guy looks at the cigarette guy and says, I'm not as bad as him.
Right. Well, that's the thing too, is it happens slowly over time. And then you get the next generation of people and they're like, well, this is just kind of normal now that we're getting kids. Like, imagine if you were getting kids addicted to cigarettes the way we do sugar with the cereal commercials and breakfast is the most important meal of the day and Pop-Tarts, juice. It'd be crazy. It is kind of crazy that we're doing it with sugar. I really think maybe 50 years from now, we'll look back and be like, what were we doing? But I did it with my kids too. And it was like when you're brought up that way, it slowly becomes normal until you kind of take a big step back. You're like, what is going on here? This is crazy.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Hey, we got a question from Nourishment Redacted Ellie. Where do you plan to travel?
He did ask a question about coffee, and I was just going to say that's an individual thing. You know, I drink coffee all the time. Of course, there's so much cream in my coffee, it couldn't possibly hurt me. There's not enough coffee in my coffee to do me any damage.
Right. Yeah, it's a totally individual thing. I never drank coffee. I was addicted to diet soda like crazy before this, but we were just talking to Sean from Intentional Carnivore, and he just said he just started drinking coffee again, which is kind of interesting. But then he's like, I don't know if I want to keep doing it or not. But
I never drank coffee in my life. I started drinking it about 3 months ago. I bought me a fancy coffee maker, and I started doing it, and I only did it for one reason only, and that was because I'd never done it before.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to a place in my life where I'm like, hey, I've lived 50 years this way. I'm going to live my last 50 years of my life a whole different way.
Yeah.
So anything that I never did before, I'm like, let's do that. You know, especially if it isn't going to raise my blood sugar or my insulin. Hey, I'll do it.
So on the 24-hour live stream, Russ, I got you right now. Do something you never did before. My mom is coming on. Easy. My mom and my stepdad are coming on, and my mom met my stepdad going skydiving for the first time. He was a jump master. They're both retired now, and they're both carnivores now, and we're gonna all go skydiving again. So open invite. Have you gone skydiving yet?
Yeah, no, I won't be doing that. Yeah, let me tell you something. If you see me falling out of a perfectly good airplane, you call the law. A crime has been committed. Let me tell you right now. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little coffee. I sat outside in the sun a couple of weeks ago. I've never done that in my entire life. Like, I don't need color. I am color.
Right.
So, it's like, but I just went out and sat in the sun, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like it. I went back in the house. But not jumping out of planes. That's
fair enough. What about the coffee? See, my problem is I have such a highly addictive behavior. If I was like, I'm just going to try coffee now to switch it up, I would be at the gas station. I'd be at the Starbucks. I'd be getting a coffee all the time. Are you able to kind of moderate that?
Yeah, that's funny. I was just talking to somebody about that the other day. You're a Band-Aid ripper, aren't you?
Yes.
See, I'm telling you, there's something to this thing, Kerry. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not even going to try to pretend to be one. But Adam is the same way. And a lot of the people that are in my circle are Band-Aid rippers. Those people can't bounce back and forth or moderate. Right. They are all no. I give you an example. Now, I know you probably didn't watch it, but you may have heard about it. But I had what I would refer to as Carbageddon at the first week of the month, from the 2nd to the 6th. Yeah, it was Labor Day weekend. I had pizza, hamburgers, fries, cookies, KFC, 4 biscuits, chicken nuggets. I mean, it was Carbageddon. Okay. Now, people unsubscribed from my channel because, see, I tell everything.
Right.
I don't the good, the bad, the ugly. Okay. I'm not telling anybody to do it. I'm just sharing my life, and it's what it is. So I only weigh myself once a month. People that follow me know that, because I would never weigh myself other than the fact that, I have subscribers who are always asking me how much I weigh. So I said, okay, I'm going to weigh myself once a month. So I weighed myself on the 15th of August. I was down from 548 pounds to 511. All right. On the 15th. On the 2nd of September, I knew it was going to be ugly. So I had a hamburger and fries, And my niece had already told me she sent me some birthday cookies. So I said, well, I'm going to weigh myself now and I'm still going to weigh myself on the 15th, but I just want to, just because this could go off the rails. So I was 508 on the 2nd when I weighed myself, down another 3 pounds, right? Well, then comes Carbogeddon from the 2nd to the 6th. Now, from the 6th, when I had my last birthday cookie, until today, I've been perfect. Like, back to my normal routine. Not even a question, not a problem, not a nothing. Easy peasy. Because that's how my mind works. I gravitate back to my normal. It's like a gravitational pull. Even when I was eating the cookies, I was thinking about steak and eggs and, that kind of stuff, because that's my normal now. So I'm going to be curious to see what I weigh on the 15th, and if 4 days of Carbogeddon versus the 10 days basically of being back on track where I'm at, I'm going to gamble that I'm somewhere between that 508 and 511. I don't think, I might be right back to 508 again. But the point I'm making is that I can do that easy. It's not hard at all. If I eat something that's out of the norm, I'll go right back to it, man. It's just, like I said, not hard at all. Not hard at all. But I'm not a Band-Aid ripper.
Yeah.
It took me forever to get to ketosis, because the way I went about it was not like most. It took me almost a year to get to ketosis because I wanted ketosis to be my finish line, not my starting line. I wanted my battles to be over by the time I got to ketosis, not just starting. I'm like, I could have starved myself and gotten to ketosis in 3 days. Then what? Now I got to fight and battle and to stay there. And I didn't want that. I want to fight and battle now so that when I get to ketosis, I'm good. All my battles and fights are over.
Right.
And that's exactly how it worked out because I know myself. So now it took me all that time. I didn't know it would take that long. I thought it would be shorter, but that's just how long it took. But I changed my life. I changed all my routines and my normals and my, all that stuff. And it was so hard to do because I'm a creature of routine and habit. And it was like a gravitational pull. It just kept pulling me back to my old life. But when I finally broke through and created a new life for myself, now that new life is my gravitational pull. So when I'm eating stuff that's out of the norm, I'm always being pulled back to my low carb life, which is exactly how I knew it would go.
Nice. There's something to that, the Band-Aid puller thing, because I'm starting to see it with different people. Like my friend Bill, he's the Band-Aid dude too. But it's weird because for some people I think it's really good because it's so extreme on both ends. Like I'm not worried about Bill. I don't want to put any pressure on Bill. Bill can do whatever, but I don't know. I don't think he's so extreme. Like it's either everything or nothing.
Right.
So it's a weird thing. And some people can't do that. But for
really
me,
is.
if I were to do like Carbogeddon like you would, I couldn't turn it back off. It would be like all Carbogeddon until I gain all my weight back and I'm miserable again, and then I got to start all over again.
Not me. That's not how my mind works. Like I said, I get it though. I'm starting to see the pattern. I don't know a lot of people. Like it just so happens in my travels in this family, there's a lot of Band-Aid rippers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know any folks that are, cold. I call them, I'm a hot turkey guy. You got all the cold turkey people, it's like I'm a hot turkey guy. I don't know. I can't think of any hot turkey people. I mean, everybody's a cold turkey type of person. And that's cool if that works for you, but that could never, ever work for me. I always get drawn back. It's too hard for me to overcome my normal routines.
Right. Well, that's the thing too, is you said it earlier. Everyone is so different. And not only Russ, you're different than me and other people are different. You're different at your current stage where you're at now. people ask me that all the time on carnivore. You tell me exactly what you're eating, and I'm like, why does it even matter? Because actually, what I'm eating right now is pretty drastically different than what I was even eating 3 weeks ago. It changes. It changes based on the person. It changes based on what stage you're at, where you're at in your journey, kind of thing. So
Yeah, I have trouble with it. I mean, I can't, again, it's just for me, it's just different. I like my carb number. I can't sustain under 15. I can't do it. I by that messing, man. If I have steak a couple of days, by the third day, I'm looking at that steak. I'm ready to hurt somebody. I mean, I'm just like, I got it. Like right now, I'm off of bacon because I was just eating bacon a lot, and a few days ago, I was looking at that bacon. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Somebody's gonna get hurt if I don't get something else. And see, I know that about myself, and I have to keep myself psychologically in the game, because when I get tired of eating something and I'm done, I'm going to eat something else. And that something else may not be something I should be eating. That's how the next thing you know, I'm face down in the mashed potatoes at Golden Corral. Okay.
right.
It's like I have to let me get something else. So I'm eating like beef hot dogs now instead of bacon. Like I get some hot dogs and cut them in long ways and cut them in half and fry those in butter and stuff and eat those with my eggs. And that's cool. And I don't know when, but I'll get tired of that at some point, and then I'll be like, yeah, if I see another hot dog, I'm going to burn my house to the ground,
Right.
And then I'll be back to bacon or something else. So yeah, man, for me, that's how I have to do it. God bless those guys that can eat. Adam can eat. Like he said, I don't care. I could eat steak and water for the rest of my life every day. No shot. Unless I was locked in a prison somewhere, that's the only way I could do that. I don't need a ton of variety. I kind of have a rotation, but man, by the third day I don't care what it is, by the third day of it, you don't want to be around me if I got to eat this tomorrow.
Right. Ellie said, where do you plan to travel for the documentary? Everywhere. The big part, though, is the lower United States, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Texas. There's quite a few people I got lined up. I can't wait I'm thankful for the 24-hour live stream, but I can't wait till it's done so I can start filming some more. There's a couple other places, too, that are further away. I'm going to announce a little bit more during the live stream. Hey, this is my friend Ryan Murphy, Against the Grain. What's up, Kerry? Ryan, I hope you're doing well. Ryan recently hit his goal weight, and it's so funny because Ryan, Adam, Sean, and myself, nobody wants to hear this complaint, but this last couple of weeks, we all three of us hit the same thing at the same time, where all of a sudden we're just starving and we cannot get enough food. Like, I ate so much food today, and I'm going to go home and I'm going to eat some more. It's a weird thing because I've been on autopilot for like 5.5 months. And it was really funny because Ryan emailed me and he didn't know I was going through it. And he described the exact same thing I was just going through right now. So my only advice, Ryan, is get more fat. That seems to be helping me. I'm eating a lot more fat and it's hard to keep up though. But
and that happens to me from time to time. I don't know. I kind of, like I said, I have my routines, but man, sometimes I wake up in the morning, man, and I'm hungry as a bear.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't care why. I just eat.
Right. I'm fine with just eating more too. My only concern, I'm going to ask one of the doctors on the 24-hour live stream too, is I'm like, is it going to be like this forever? Because it's a lot. It's a lot right now. Ellie said depression was cured by keto and carnivore. I lived in my bed for 5 years. I'm so happy and no more medicine for me. That's great.
Hey, Ellie. I know Ellie. Ellie's been on the show.
She's the best.
Sweet
She
girl.
sent us a video too. She sent us a little pre-record video we're going to play on the live stream. And then I got one more question here from Bold Carnivore. Kerry, how about tooth health? How has your tooth health improved over time? You notice anything with your teeth, Russ?
No, I just brush them.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary.
I have noticed a little bit. I mentioned this before. I went to the dentist on a month into carnivore, and the dental hygienist said that my gums weren't inflamed. And she said everyone she sees usually has really inflamed gums. And she said That's like the big sign if you have inflammation. So if you're on an elimination diet and you get your inflammation down, you can usually see it in your gums. But other than that, I haven't really noticed anything. I heard Jordan Peterson, he was on Joe Rogan. He was talking about he had gum disease that he overcame on doing the lion diet. So that was kind of interesting, but nothing else for me. Man. All right. Well, I think we got through all these questions, Russ. This has been fun. We still got 21 more hours to go. You want to hang for another 21?
That'll be a negative, Ghost Rider. Yeah.
I'm going to be looking forward to talking to you, sir, on Saturday. I can't wait. And you have an open invite if you ever want to come on the channel again. And I'm getting really nervous about Saturday a little bit too, because the thought of doing another 21 hours right now is kind of daunting to me here. I'm
you have a lot of guests, and you won't be, trapped with a goofball like me. So you'll have a lot of different guests, and it's gonna flow by. And I think, like I said, if you have some pre-recorded stuff, and we can fill in the gaps, it's gonna flow right on by, man. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll be having questions from the subscribers and stuff. It's gonna flow on by, man. You're gonna be all right, and I will do everything I can to at least make my time the least painful as any of them. So how about that?
Yeah. No, it'll be fun. A lot of the doctors too, they're so good. You ask them one question and they'll just probably riff for an hour, and they'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
the next one."
no. Chafee's good at that, man. Chafee's good. Yeah, he can take 1,000 words to say what can be said in 10. He's the best at that.
Right.
That's my man, though. That's my buddy.
Yeah. Well, this has been great. Thank you, Russ. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats and the memberships. And check out Russ's channel, Homesick Buckeye, and the Keto Cookout. It's a whole lot of fun. I'd love to come back on there sometime. That was a blast. For
Yeah,
sure.
you're welcome, man. You're part of the family, brother. We'll get you back on there.
Appreciate it. All right, Russ.
I think we got Carnivore Kip this week coming up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think Carnivore Kip is in this week, so looking forward to catching up with him.
For sure. All right. Appreciate it, Russ. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yep. See you, bro.
Bye, everyone. Good night.